Hello, everybody. Okay, so look, I know I'm early by 5 minutes, but who's counting? Are you counting? I'm not counting. No, I'm totally counting. 5 minutes, that means I get to go to bed 5 minutes early, 100%. Listen, hello, everybody. First and foremost, you know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. And this is for those who can and who want to do more. You have options in the description below. Pick the one that fits you best. May I just suggest the membership program? It's the easiest way to support a channel. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. That's it. Today's comment. What we're going to do is today's video. From the thumbnail, we're going to address the comment section. Listen to me very closely. I always said, you guys' comments are witty, funny. It's hi. Your comments are the bee's knees, the cat's meow, the fish bubble. So I'm going to go through them, and then we're going to discuss. And through the comments, you know, from the video I posted about the Darrell Brooks sentencing hearing, I had plenty of opinions. And thanks to your comments, I changed my mind. So, hi, everybody. Hi, everyone. I get so distracted with the comment section anyway. But first, okay, so I have a guest today to help me discuss all this mess. You've met him before. You know we're friends now, right? I have a friend. His name is Beefy. So, Beefy, hi.
What's going on? It's your favorite shit-talking squirrel!
Oh my god. So hi Jojo, hi Gwen, hi Katie did too. Hi Charlotte.
Oh, Jonesy, hi Jonesy. Jonesy said hi to me.
Hi everyone. And hi everybody who's watching before and after. Okay, so
it's the lady with the license plate name. Kato did too. Is that it? Katie did it too. Katie did it too. Hi, Katie.
The license plate name. Oh no, he didn't, Katie. Get him. All right. Look.
Let's roast these commenters.
No, these comments, Beefy, you don't understand. You don't even understand. Those comments are my coffee, my morning coffee. They are my life. Okay. So without further ado, let's go through this mess. Because wait, the first thing to keep in mind, because I'm going to go through it. During the video, I told you guys that from my perspective, because I believed in the death penalty, and from my perspective, I think criminals like Darrell Brooks, who are hard criminals, who do the hard time, like hard, the ones who don't give a poop, that they are not deserving of a tax dollars if they're in prison. And then some of you agrees, some of you didn't disagree, but a particular comment made me change my mind. Yeah, it made me change my mind. This is why conversation, listen, this is why being a diplomacy is great. It changed my mind from one single comment because he made a lot of sense. But I'm going to share that with you. But that's for later. Just keep that in mind. All right. Beefy, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I could not be more ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, so let's start with the first comment. So, and by the way, also Beefy, the names are so funny. Like, just like Katie did it too. Look at this one. And Grandma 2124. Just funny. Anyway.
I totally agree with your assessment, by the way, too. I noticed that the people, even in my comment section, they have like the most insightful, like hilarious. Sometimes they're funnier than I am. It's like, why am I the one with the YouTube channel?
No, yeah. It's very witty. It's a that's how you can tell these are grown people, because kids that can't talk like that. And it's witty, and it has some, like, it's not something you could just read without I have to think. These are comments where you're like, okay, blink, 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 blink. Okay, got it. It's not like it's not vapid. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I'll get into like long back and forths with people. You know, most of the time it's Darrell Brooks, and I'll try to say to him, like, come into the Discord, because it's like talking back and forth in the comment section of a YouTube page. It's like we could really actually talk about this stuff if we get into like long form. But it's, I mean, how much energy do you put into a YouTube comment? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they do, which I love. which is part of the reason why I feel so connected, because it's like I'm talking to you. Yeah. Okay, let's go with the first comment. So Grandma 2124, she said, such a sight, Professor Leprechaun, who was miraculously cured of his hearing deficit. I only got one ear that worked. You know what's funny? Because during the trial, remember, he did say that he has hearing problems. And
I only got one good ear, but I know I heard that.
And it escaped me, and I was like, yeah, good freaking point, Grandma 2124. Love that name. Yeah, good points. Darrell Brooks only has one working ear, allegedly, according to what he said. Obviously, that's a lie. That was a complete lie. Let me go really quick in the comment and acknowledge a few people. So first of all, thank you so much, Faith in the Unseen. Oh, I remember you. Faith in the Unseen.
Oh, Letitia Stotch. Faith in the Unseen, $1.99.
Beefy, shut your mouth. All right. So Paulie, hi. Money JV, hi. Yes, Jonesy. Yes, hi, ADBD. Hi.
Oh, Jonesy. I was just talking to Jonesy in the Discord. That's why she's saying that.
Yeah, Jonesy.
Hi, Jonesy. We were just chilling.
Also, let me just acknowledge really quickly that Verna Welch, that is a bombshell.
What?
Listen to me. Wait. Verna, I'm gonna write this down if you allow me, okay? I'm gonna write this down because I want to come back to it. Okay. Verna, brother. Oh my God.
That's insane.
20 years for murdering mom. What? Verna, with your permission, can I come back to this? Because I don't want to forget this. Okay. All right.
Where's my dun dun dun? I don't know those sounds.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Okay, let's go to the next comment. So, of course, happy Thursday. Do you know why I'm laughing, Beefy?
Why's that?
I had the best lunch today.
What'd you eat?
My mother-in-law came to feed me.
Oh, and home cooking.
No. It's the way she dropped it. She drove. She had to go to her friend's house to help her friend move. And, she loves to cook for no reason. And she literally barged into the house. Dog is barking. I'm thinking I'm being like attacked. So I'm like, who's there? Like, she's like,
my dog's the same way. Every time somebody knocks, he's like my little doorbell.
She's like, it's me.
Attack dog.
It's me. Here's the food. How's Olympia? I'm like, good, bye. Just like that. I was like, okay.
What'd she bring you? Peanut butter and jelly with the
No, oh my God, no. My mom, she's Italian. No, she gave me meatballs. She made handmade I don't want to say cupcakes, but handmade, cake, whatever. Homemade cake. Of course, spaghetti.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, she put spaghetti, and she cooked kebab, but without the sticks. Right, nice. The chunks of meat. Oh, I had a good lunch. Anyway.
Yeah, what I love about Italian food is you always have like another meal because you always have leftovers. You know what I mean? They always give you these huge portions when you go out to eat for Italian. It's like, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow.
Okay, so to go back to the comments really quickly. So a lot of people were talking about how Brooks actually looked older. Biffy, did you think he looked older in the?
Yeah, he is aging like dog years in jail.
Yeah,
he looked like a decade older. Like it felt like more of his hair was missing. His skin was lighter.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell is going on. He definitely put on some weight.
Yeah, he put on some weight because he doesn't have to run for the police anymore. But that's besides the point. That's the point.
Zing zing.
Tease me 7244 said that he's aged faster than a bottle of milk. I cackled. Yeah. When I read that, I was like, Oh my God, I died. You know, and then look at the sub comments. He was sour long before his expiry date.
Oh,
And look at that. Yes, I do see gray hair. And they're having a good old time making fun of his lack of hair. No, it's genius. You know, I think he definitely looks older, but because I think he just groomed for that particular day. He was so clean shaved. There was no stubs. He literally did it either the morning or the night before. You know, J Love said probably constipated. Yeah, and yeah, definitely. Yeah, he gained some weight. Let me go to the comments real quick right here. So, so JJ Mail said, yeah, he gained some weight from being heavily medicated. Do you think he's being medicated over there at Dodge?
That's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I don't think he really has these, mental illnesses that he claims. So, like, what would they be medicating? I mean, you can't. There's no pill for narcissistic personality. I mean, it's known he doesn't have bipolar. So, like, what kind of meds would they be giving him?
Yeah, good point. Here, if you go to Katie did too, the license plate, Beefy, you are horrible. So, if you go to Katie did it too, she said, my theory is that he's taking his meds regularly, hence the weight gain. Katie, what meds do you think he's taking?
He did mention at one point he was on meds, like he had been prescribed meds, but
Jojo, you're so funny. Vroom vroom vroom. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, Katie. Vroom vroom vroom. Do you know what that is, Beefy?
I do not.
I think it's Katie, it's not. Oh my God, I can't say that on YouTube. I get canceled. No, okay, I can't say that out loud. Yeah, the whatever emoji JV said, something to lull him out. Yeah, 100%. I want to go back up really quickly. Jojo said that her brother served 27 years before he died of cancer in prison. Oh, I told him I wish we had.
Oh my God, he kidnapped him out of a nursing home. Is this the same person?
No, that's Jojo. Jojo, it's Jojo. Jojo, can I please save this? You and Verna, I want to hit this again, please. Okay. Can I please talk about this? Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, you people got families that are going through it.
Wow. Wow. Kidnapped. Wow. Okay. Mocha. He looks like a mole rat. He does look like a mole rat. That is very, very true. Oh, Christine is here. Hi, Christine. Hello.
Hello, Christine.
So that is very true, actually. JJ email mentioned something. Look, so Beefy, so narcissism itself, it's a personality disorder. So there's no true medication that targets it directly, but there's ways to go around it if you have supporting other disorders, like if you have bipolar or if you have
right, but wasn't it proven that he didn't? Like, didn't they do a bunch of psychiatric reports?
I think he did have something else. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Darrell Brooks had something else in terms of
well, he mentions that he had been in a mental facility before. So
yes,
he must have something.
Yeah, he did. I now remember very closely. The judge read that it was proven that he did have something, but it was not just oh, there it goes. Oh, thank you, Polly. Someone's paying attention, Beefy. Thank you, Polly. Anti-society personality. Okay.
Oh, but Jonesy is saying there is nothing for write down the next one. There is nothing for antisocial personality disorder.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Pauline with the super sticker.
Thank you, Pauline. Pauline Sireni. Are you Italian or are you Greek?
Oh, what's that? That's the TikTok song.
Oh,
no, we can't play that. Can't play that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be canceled. Thank you, Beefy.
I tossed my phone across the room. Like, get out of here.
Oh my god. I love how Holly Joe's that he's got assholism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's move up to the comments here. So yeah, so definitely the fact that he aged was a heavy hitter in terms of the comments. Now Suzanne finger. I'm sorry.
Oh, she brings up a good point, right? The people he surrounded himself with were people who were intimidated by him. I saw somebody else say this in one of my comments, that he thought that he could go in that courtroom and just win the argument like he did in every other situation in his entire life. The problem is, in a courtroom, you need to have something, something to back up what you're saying. You can't just exhaust people. I mean, like, he probably was literally, with a lot of people, just exhausting them to the point where they would submit.
Exactly. Oh my God. Exactly. So let me read this comment out loud in case someone can't read. I don't know. But my perception is that this person, this is from Suzanne Heffelfinger 5898. My perception is that this person has spent his life living very small. The people he surrounded, so true, Suzanne. Oh my God. The people he surrounded himself with.
Dropping truth bombs over here.
Honey, truth bombs like there's no other. The people he surrounded himself with were people who were intimidated by him. 1000% correct. As a result, he built a false sense of security.
Yeah.
What?
Nailing it.
He believed he had more power, was stronger, was smarter than he actually was. Excuse me? Please, 100%. Over time, people continue to placate him. Oh, nice word.
Yeah, and reinforce his false
sense of self.
Yeah, guys, that is very poignant. Very well said.
The parade attack placed him in a position where he was not prepared in any way. He believed he was right and could manipulate things to show himself as the victim. The end of the trial started a chapter in his life where he has had to face he isn't smart or powerful and he feels betrayed.
Yeah.
Suzanne.
Calling him out. Caught in 4K.
No. Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you, Christine.
$10.
Thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Listen, Suzanne's comment is like, I don't know, the dog's woof, because it is so freaking true. Suzanne literally described to you what a narcissist is, because they don't have a great sense of self. So they have to look for it. And they are very good at targeting people who are not, I don't know how to say this, people who are vulnerable. And most people are nice people, right? Most people don't think that the person in front of you is going to harm you. Do you know what I mean?
They target the weak.
Well, not so much the weak. It's just they use a technique of sweetness, and then they turn sour. But by the time they turn sour, because they've done so much sweetness, you give them passes. And over time, it becomes such a habit.
It's like they're looking for people who are people pleasers and are like nurturers by nature, and they prey on them. Yeah. And also, don't forget that he's probably pretty good at sensing people with vulnerabilities, right? People that are easily manipulated. Katie, this comment right here. I used to be like that. I had to be trained out of that. Yeah. I'm gonna write this down. Yeah, it's like having a wall up at that point.
Yeah, I need to talk about that too, if you allow me to, Katie. License plate. Beefy.
Until they prove they're worthy of trust.
Yeah. You know, I think that's a lot of people actually.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. It's like I assume everyone's good, and then they end up burning me. And then once that trust is broken, I never give it back.
I never give it back. Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. Pauline Serini is from Italian. From Italy. Okay. By the way, let me acknowledge the new guys who came in here. Hello, Miss T. Miss T Taylor, baby. All your names. I love it. It's like we're all strippers and these are all stripper names. You know what I mean?
Oh, Alicia B's here. Alicia B's the best.
Alicia B. What's your name?
Yeah.
Alicia B.
She's my favorite.
You know? Mrs. Cat. Look at those names. I love those names. Okay. So there was another comment that Maurice Taylor said, Maurice Taylor 4018, that I was misunderstanding Darrell Brooks, that he knows exactly what he's doing, pro liar. So funny.
In what context?
So I think she was referring to the fact that no, because I was saying in terms of what he was, I was analyzing his eyeballs and the way he was looking and moving, and I was equating a lot of his intent behind it. And essentially she was saying, you know, that's none of that. He's like just a walking, he's just vapid and just goes with wherever it goes. And no, I still disagree. I disagree because a lot of Darrell Brookism is my father, and I had to go back to the same thing. But I think maybe people don't believe me, but when I tell you that Darrell Brooks is like my dad, is exactly like my dad. And unfortunately,
well, it's like post-traumatic trauma, right? Like this is what we do as abuse victims. We end up relating to our own experiences.
Exactly. And the thing is that if we misread our father wrong, there was consequences. There was just such thing as like, let it go. So there's 5 of us. And if you read my dad wrong, something happens to you. It's not a question of if. And so over time, you know, we will huddle together and we'll give each other tips. Okay, if he looks like that, this is what it means. And then over time, we've mastered to navigate him.
It's so sad. You're like coming up with a plan just to deal with this tyrant.
It's like, tyrant is
controlling his family with an iron fist.
Blink a little too hard. Look at that. Like it was just like that. And on the silver lining of that, it's made us very sensitive to cues, right? So I could be sitting in a room and I can interact with someone, and they might not even know they're doing it, but I could pick up on a few things based on what I've been through. Does that make any sense?
You're so in tune on people.
I'm so in tune to it. Exactly. I'm so in tune to it. And I don't just jump and be like, you're a terrible person. I just quietly look from afar. You know what I mean? But everything I described,
just because you're getting a read on somebody, you know, how you choose to use that information is at your discretion.
Yeah. Because someone was saying, like, you know, how the hell do you know? I'm like, no, you don't understand. You don't understand.
I lived it.
I lived it, and we became masters of it. Because when we became teenagers, like older teenagers, we stopped getting in trouble, not because he was a good person, because we learned to navigate him. It was like a dance, and whoever made a mishap got the full wrath.
It really makes me angry, fathers that do that. That, you know, they have this beautiful blessing of a wife and kids, and you know they have everything that everyone in the world is looking for and strives for. And they ruin it from the inside out. It's like they're pissing in their own mouths. You know, it's like, why would you want to take the thing you should be cherishing most in life, and treat it so disgustingly?
It's quite.
I pray one day I'll have my own family, and like just from a perspective of one day having that, I cannot fathom treating those people in such a way. I truly lack the understanding to why. Like, what do you benefit? Like, what are you getting? It's like little man syndrome or something.
It's a little man syndrome, just like the other commenter said. Just like Suzanne said, it's someone who's so insecure and surround himself with people he knows for sure he can control. And what is the one thing in life that you don't have to work for? Trust. A child.
Your family.
Your child, you don't have to prove anything to your child. They will trust you automatically. And so you don't have to work for it. You can mistreat that trust. And that's the sacrilege that he's done. Hi, Cry Corner. Alicia, that's right. Once you live it, you see the signs. That's correct. Polly D, how old was I at the time? The torment of my father started ever since I was 4 years old. That's as far back as I can remember in terms of when I witnessed the physical abuse towards my siblings and my mother. Is when I could remember with my brain. right? So if it happened, and I'm number 4 out of 5 kids, so that means my mom had to deal with that way longer than I was born. And because I'm a little bit of a stubborn kid, and because I have a condition which made me not really very good at following orders, so to speak, just because I'm all over the place, I was picked on the most because I couldn't sit still. I was always fidgety, and my father wanted things a certain kind of way. If it's not that way, good luck. So I will always mess up. So I was picked on the most. Yeah.
They say people who are in situations like that, who are struggling with mental health or whatever, they end up lashing out on the people they're closest to because it's like that's what's familiar.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So even though they're coming down hardest on this specific person, it's actually because they like that person the most. Even though they're treating them the worst out of the bunch, they actually care for that person the most because they're willing to drop their guard down enough to, like I said, it's like they're familiar.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It's so backwards, right? Like if you care more about this person, why treat them worse than everybody else? It should be the opposite. But
yeah,
you're trying to understand somebody who's mentally unwell.
Yeah. 100%. Right. Oh God. Anyway, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. And you're right, Kathy. Wink, wink. I read your comment. Awesome. And yeah, domestic terrorists, a whole new meaning. That's very true. Jojo right here. Oof. Yep. And thank you, Polly D. But you know what? I've healed because we won the divorce, and so now.
What did that last one from Jonesy say? She has what?
I'm sorry. Let me put it again. There you go.
Schizotypal personality disorder. Oh my gosh. Let's just misread everyone. Yeah, I have that same problem. Confrontational issues. Like anytime something confrontational happens in my life, I internalize it. Like no matter what the situation is, it's always my fault, even when it's not. And it's like I'll come back to it a couple of days later and be like, "No, well, wait a minute. I was in the right the whole time. Why was I saying that?" It drives me crazy. It's a really bad personality flaw, though. Like it's affected my professional life and personal relationships. I've had to really work on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jonesy. I obviously can't sympathize to the full extent, but I definitely have similar problems.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have it in control. Good for you.
Being accountable. You know, and you don't have my niece who watches this show, right? And she watches with her best friend, and they do it sober. Ashley, stop it. Anyway, so it's funny because sometimes when I get to dancing, they giggle all the time. And
speaking of which, we got a $5 sticker. My dad would point and say, "Oh, there you go." My dad would point and say, "You're on my excrement list." Oh, what a monster!
Oh my God!
Oh, he's okay. I'm sorry.
He's
censoring himself.
No rhyme. Yeah, he's censoring himself. Thank you, because I'll get canceled.
I thought he was actually saying that. Can you imagine? Like, "You're on my excrement list, you."
That's so funny. But the thing, look, no rhyme or reason. I'm sorry, Edziu hurts there.
Great name.
Where's that from? Edziu.
Detective Wobbuffet.
Oh wait, I know who that is.
Best
I don't know who that is
ever. Look at the avatar with the little
yes. Oh my God, right? I've told you, the people who comment. I'm like this in real life when I read those comments. Detective Wobbuffet. I know who you are, Detective Wobbuffet. Hi.
He's asking what the case is. Oh shucks, that was in my Discord the other day.
I'm not even reading. I'm stuck at his name and the logo. What?
That's awesome. Wobbuffet. Did you ever watch Pokemon?
Yes, of course.
And Jessie, she had the Wobbuffet, and it was like, what was it? Jessie James Wobbuffet.
Yes.
He's the best.
Okay, there is there is something I really want to talk about, and this commenter, I know who that is. So let me scroll up to him, because this is the comment that made me change my mind. This one right here. Let me just tell you a little bit what I said. So I said that to go back to when I opened the video, I said that criminals like Darrell Brooks, because I think there's a spectrum of criminality. You know, a person who, I don't know, in jail for picking their nose shouldn't get the death penalty, right? You know what I mean? So the criminals like Darrell Brooks is not deserving of my tax dollars. I did say that, and like, you know, they don't anyway. And then read what Adby Lumencraft said. He said, first disclaimer, this is nothing against you personally, mate. Hi, mate. But just a general observation. You mentioned how it's unfair that this guy has warm water, warm meals, housing, and etc. While there are non-criminals who don't have that. That's what I was saying. And I know some people who struggle to go through life, and they're the nicest people. And anyway, but then he's like, and that it's bad that the criminals have more than the poor. On the face of it, this sounds like a reasonable approach. But I say this approach is bad. Why do we kick down on people in prison instead of elevating the poor? Good point, sir. Good point. Okay, well, listen, I'm not done. Why is the argument not it's unfair that the criminals have more than the poor? Oh, very well put together. Therefore, we must also provide housing and food and healthcare and all the basic human need the prisoners have, plus something else that elevates the poor over the prisoners. Does that make sense? Okay, that makes sense. Guys, digest this. Let me know. I don't know if you understand the compare and contrast, because I came in with one idea and he came in with another idea. Beefy, what do you say?
Okay, so I want to talk about the first thing first. So you're you think that people in prison,
Certain people.
that, yeah, you don't like that certain prisoners, because their crimes are so horrific, that your tax dollars are going to feed and clothe them.
To give them comfort. Like,
yeah. So what would we do with them though?
Okay. Basic, like the basics. You have
just like a cold, damp room somewhere.
Yeah, because you know what? Having a cold shower doesn't mean you're gonna die, right? You could very well function with a cold shower. You don't need it to be warm. Do you know what I mean? Having a nice fuzzy bed, no, that's not necessary. I think the cost should be at the bare minimum for criminals up there. That was my initial view. It has changed now because of Adby Lumencraft. It's changed.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I mean, I definitely agree with what he's saying. Like, why would we just be kicking down on prison people instead of trying to uplift both? Like both scenarios, both people need stuff. So why are we picking and choosing one? Like, why is one better than the other? I don't know.
That's making me think too. Let's see what the comment section said. Let's see what people say. So first of all, hi Katrina, hi David. So Tammy said, "Hey Tammy, a
cold shower.
Let me know. Actually, a cold shower has a lot of health benefits." The shade, Beefy, that was very shady. Tell me that was very shady.
I have this. So just coming back to this prison thing, because I'm thinking about it while we're doing this. I don't know. I have maybe it's like a problem. I'm too empathetic, because like even somebody with Darrell Brooks, I feel like he still deserves a bed and a warm meal. Like he certainly doesn't need the comforts of like a TV and all that stuff.
Okay, well, that's what I mean, because I mean, you know, we're not animals. We're not animals. So yeah, I mean, of course, but because also for the safety of the community, we need to keep him locked up in a way, right? So no, I think he should be fed. Maybe, you know, basic nutritional stuff. No filet mignon, no hamburgers. Nah. Here's your carbs, your protein, and your vegetables.
Yeah.
Right.
And he could still buy that stuff for himself. I mean, they're only taking away at 25% of his commissary. You know, it's funny. When the trial first ended, there was a big conversation about this in the Discord because they hadn't decided yet whether or not his commissary money would be garnished. And initially, my viewpoint was like, just let the guy get fucking honey buns. Like, how petty are we being here? But upon seeing this hearing where they go through the points, it does make a lot of sense that his wage is going to be garnished, because his life sentence, to a certain extent, is never going to see, like, its full weight. He will never feel. So there needs to be some sort of day-to-day justice. How else do you do that beyond garnishing his wages? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that was what Judge Darrell ultimately says in the whole thing. It's like the taking away of his money, should he were to earn them, is the day-to-day penance that you pay, and the daily reminder of, my life is not my own because I did this.
I took all this life, right?
Yeah.
Now, to go back to what Lumencraft said in his comment, he essentially, if I understood it very well, he was telling me to change my phrasing, change my wording. And he said, instead of saying, I wish that criminals like Darrell Brooks get absolutely nothing on my tax dollars, the wording should be, if I understood his comment very well, is, no, let's not kick down the prisoners, but let's uplift everybody else to a better standard. So, Lumencraft, thank you. Yeah, because it really made me think. I say, people, I read all your comments, and it's good conversation. I wish you were here, Lumencraft, but it's okay. Now, I hope you watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere. He's not going to see it right now. But
yeah, and look at
like, they're talking about me. They're talking about me.
Do you see the icon on his logo?
Yeah,
look how cool he looks, man. Like black and white.
Do you think that's him?
I don't have no idea. I'm assuming that's no idea.
Looks like a
James Bond,
1950s detective or something.
Look at him with the phone taking the selfie.
Like the noir era detectives, like in the black and white with the old movies. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
Yeah. Let me address a few things here on the comment. So Katie to license plate said death penalty is more expensive than life in prison due to the appeal process. I had no idea. Look at me learning stuff. Did you know that, Beefy?
Yeah, I had heard that.
All right, so we all change our mind. No death penalty. Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dying. Beefy, I'm dying.
I liked it the other day.
I am collapsing on my table.
Watch all my tax dollars fly away like a butterfly.
Oh, Katie. Okay. David said, first of all,
I'm going to be right back. I'll be back 2 seconds.
Sure. David, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope things gets better. Miss T tell her, Beefy's not here. It's okay. Who needs Beefy anyway? I'm kidding. Anyway, so Miss T tell her, baby, your names. His shower was the Waterhouse at Don's. Miss T. Tammy, you are that Tammy. I've missed you. What have you been? Hi, Tammy. Nice to see you again, Tammy. Leslie said, I believe that tradition. Oh, okay. Okay. David, man. Sorry to hear about that, David. I'm a little behind on the comment. Give me a second. Oh, wow. So as I go here and catch on the conversation here, damn, Leslie, firing squad. Okay. For all traders. Okay. Damn. Tammy, yes, he does make me feel angry. Misty, fried rats should be fed to him. Fried rats. That would actually solve a lot of problems, wouldn't it? Hey, look, it's legal, Why is it legal? Because rats is protein, isn't it? Yeah, you just clean that up, sanitize it, pasteurize it, and it's meat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Christine. Wow, Christine. So death penalty is really that much more expensive, huh? Look at that. Look how much I am learning. This is magic. Magic. Thank you. I had no idea. This changes a lot. You guys are changing my views on stuff live. Look at that. Sorry. Katrina said she's connecting with David. Oh, Katrina, I did not know. Sorry to hear that too, Katrina. Kathy Jones, will Darrell Brooks be housed in general population? I think he will not. I think because for his own safety, it's just too notorious that they will house him in general population, you know. Wow. Okay, let me go all the way down now to up to date. Let's go to the comments. So a lot of you have agreed with me and the death penalty. But now that we know it's more expensive, have we changed our mind? Because I think we have. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, Beefy. You know, so someone asked, and I was sharing that earlier. Someone in the comments, I'll get to it in a bit, was talking about how the hell do I know all this for sure? And I was saying that a lot of the stuff that Darrell Brooks does, and a lot of stuff that narcissists do, because it's literally the same formula in the playbook. It's not that different, and which is why, like, once you experience it, you survive it, you can pretty much be immune to it because you can see it coming from a mile away. Yeah, and that's how I can tell.
Yeah, and you lived with it in your most formative years too. So it's not only had the experience in the number of years you lived with it, but you literally became a person in the wake of a narcissist control and abuse.
Yeah,
it's really awful, man. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Oh, thank you so much. And don't stress over it. We are healing quite well ever since the divorce is finalized, and my father is sending the checks, which is always a nice giggle time.
Yeah, I think we talked about this last time we did live together, but didn't they just win the court case?
Yeah, we won the court case. We made some concession, but the peace of mind is more valuable. And no, we are healing as a family. And
so did he have to? I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Did he have to come to America for this court case?
No, it was all done in Canada.
Oh,
all done in Canada, because that's where the primary residences are.
So you've lived all over. You've lived in Africa, France, Canada, and now America.
Yes. And,
how was Canada?
So Canada is cold. Oh my God, it's really cold.
I'm from New England. I love the cold.
Canada, no, I don't like the cold. Canada's cold is no joke. People die in the Canadian cold. No, Canada's cold is no joke. No, Canada is really nice. My older sister, my younger brother is still there. You know, they have a full life there. My niece is still there.
May I? You don't have to tell me exactly, but like what part of Canada?
Montreal.
Oh, nice.
Montreal.
That's like the French city, right?
That's the French city. That's where my sister and her family is stationed. And then the baby of the family, my youngest brother, was in Ontario, and he moved to Montreal to get his life back together, because you know we all have had a moment. All five of us have had a moment where we almost took our life, or but we all survived, thank God. And so we all have a similar story.
When you say a survivor, like you guys are all survivors of your dad's abuse, it really does.
Yes, it's 100% real, because we were mentally tormented, and we all got into a moment where we broke, and it was like systematic. Who went first? I was the first one to experience it. Of course I was. And then the second, I'm not going to tell you all of it because it's not my story to tell, but we've all experienced it. And there's also consequences for coming on the other side, which I would share a little bit of it in the video that was supposed to come out today, but yesterday, but I got too busy with the Van Jones. No, not Van Jones. What's her name? Lori, the woman who killed her kids. Yeah, so that's coming out next week. I'm going to share a little bit about that because there's still some lingering after effects from surviving my dad. So it's this narcissism.
Well, you look at the statistics, right? And you're statistically likely in an abusive relationship like that, especially over the long periods of time you had, growing up there, to one, get murdered by this person because of the escalation of violence, but also later on in life, a lot of people they like self game over. I don't know how to say that right, but
no, I think people would understand. Yeah,
because of the trauma.
Yeah.
So it really is like you're a survivor that you made it out, and good on you. You're blessed you that you're living such a healthy and great life in the face of that, because it took a lot of strength.
It was hard. It was hard, and it's still very difficult because it's still very difficult. Lori Varlow, it's still very difficult because the triggers never leave you, and even when I edit my videos, I see glimpses of my condition take over. I do have control over it. I do let it go during the less talk, even here when I'm in live. But depending on how my day and my week is, the more stressed I am, the less control I have over it. And I get triggered very easily. And I'm still working on the whole therapy thing. But there's certain things that I am very black and white on. And for example, my sense of safety is so big. It doesn't even make sense for a lot of people. But I would never be in a position to feel unsafe ever again. And so because that's so serious to me, I tend to overreact whenever that gets encroached. And people
use
don't recognize
this term. Your sense of safety is so big. I'm not familiar with it. Can you maybe expand on that a little more? What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that, for example, so I went through my teenage years and my young 20 something years by myself, right? So I couldn't really express myself to my family. I didn't really have a safe space, so I had to figure literally life by myself. My mother was not the next best thing, and my protector was my mom, and she was not really available to provide me the protection that I needed because she was
still dealing with her trauma,
with a monster. Exactly. And I made it. Now, I said to people, like, I'm only 38 years old, but if I tell you the full spectrum of what I've been through, it's like it's a lot. And I made it to the other side, but feeling safe. I don't know how to explain. Like, for example, like when you go to bed at night, you don't think something's going to happen to you, right? You sleep, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning, maybe if you don't know when you're gonna eat next, but you're still gonna be alive, right? Like there's gonna be, like you'll see her tomorrow. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by that. Like my sense of safety was very compromised as young as I could remember, and that does a number on you because people you look for safe places anywhere, right? Can you
especially
imagine?
During the developmental periods, you're
Exactly.
you're gonna
anyone who shows you any sort of niceness or security, you just latch on, and that's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, I don't want to get into so much into that detail, but I've escaped being trafficked, and when I mean escaped, and I've only escaped because they forgot to close the door. It's funny. It's really funny.
Like literally,
they forgot to close 2 doors. Literally.
So you ran away.
Yeah, we ran away.
But you say your family was in Canada. How did you end up getting to America? Did you have to leave your family behind?
So the person in Canada, very good question, by the way. So I'm going to give you the travel history of my family. So they worked in the UN, so they have easy travel. So it started France first, and then US second, and then Canada came after. When to make more sense, I don't know if you were around when I spoke about a G4 visa. and about
Yeah,
how,
we
like,
talked about it last
okay,
live stream.
so a certain position in UN gives you it gives you better options of residency. And so when we got the French and American passport, my mom was like, well, let's get the Canadian passport. It doesn't it just expedited by maybe 2 years. It's not like a free residency. I don't want to confuse people. Like, you still have to go through the process. It's not free immigration. Like, you still have to go through the process, right? But it's expedited a little faster. It's a little easier. And in that situation, my sister and my youngest brother and my older brother decided to go to Canada and settle there. And my father went with them just to have a parent figure there, right? And they got integrated and stuff like that. So me, Alistair, ended up being connected to Canada because my sister and my youngest brother were there, and my dad.
So they all left to Canada and you stayed in America?
Right, because after college, I had a job here, right? And so they left to go to Canada.
That was at the hospital?
Correct. And my sister, who's still there, and my younger brother, who's still there. They just made their life there, right? But in terms of the thought process from my parents, we were thinking about it. They said, okay, well, we still have that option of migration option. Where do we go next? And it's my mom really who spearheaded this strategy. And she said, my kids, the best gift I can give you is education and the ability to escape if you need to escape. That's it.
Well, yeah, they're living with a monster.
What'd you say?
They were living with a monster.
Right. But in terms of, like, if something happens in Canada, I can go to the United States. Something happens in the US, I can go to France. It gives me the option to escape should the world fall apart.
Oh, so you still hold residency in France?
I have a French passport, correct. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Oh, nice. Please, whatever. Anyway, enough about me. I don't want to be so narcissistic.
Yeah, sorry to derail.
No. You're just interested because you're trying to make sense. Like, how the hell your brain just trying to make sense of who I am, right? So it's completely understandable. Yeah. Let me go to the conversation here. Let's see what people say. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about sense of safety, but yeah. 23 and 1 out. Oh, Jojo, no, I have not changed my mind indefinitely because okay, so Jojo said, I have not changed my mind on the death penalty because they already isolate all those years. 23 and yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And like just humans comment on your YouTube. You can't rehabilitate someone who believes they have done nothing wrong.
Yes.
So true.
Yes, you can't, and that's why Darrell Brooks probably would never be rehabilitated, because in his mind, he doesn't think he did anything wrong. If anything, in his mind, he thinks we are the ones who are doing him wrong.
So do you think when Darrell Brooks is like an old man, like 70 years from now,
do
you think he'll be even slightly rehabilitated, or do you think he'll still be the same?
No, he'll still be the same. And the reason why I said that he's not going to go anywhere is because, he's going to find a way to appeal. He's going to find a way to do something. He's going to fidget and wiggle with as much as he can. The lawyers are free for him, right? So he doesn't have to think about the cost of anything. He's just like, whatever.
Yeah, see, I'm too empathetic, because even like I hold out hope that anybody can change, and I'd like to think even somebody as bad as Darrell Brooks, if they wanted to, if he actually wanted to work on himself and become empathetic and take accountability someday, he could do it. But the question is, does he want to? And you're probably right. Like, based on what we've seen anyways.
Yeah. David, I do not have a Discord server. I am slow on my technology. Please, by the way, the video I made about the Lori Varlo, so my niece came and she watches the show. She's like, Uncle Alistair, your camera is poop. I said, Ashley, you the one who told me the black wall. You gave me the black wall. What the hell are you talking about? She's like, you got to change the settings on your camera because the black wall changes how the camera sees you because I'm black. Yeah. And she came in and she did that little thing and it looks so much better. You'll see. I was like, oh my God, Ashley, why didn't you tell me that?
I think your picture looks great.
No, but so in here, in this camera, it has to be low resolution because StreamYard is like, pay me. I was like, I'm not paying you, StreamYard, right? And then, but the camera here, when I do my regular videos, now she changed the settings there.
Nice.
Yeah. My God, you guys, Detective Wobbuffet, I've read your story. Beefy, do you read this? Detective? No, they were not too much. I've been picking at it from the side of my eye and I want to talk about it. Can I please talk about it? Because I have Jojo and I have Verna. Can I add you onto this list, please? So, Beefy, Detective Wobbuffet said that he or she was in a relationship that left her, or he, like that. Do you read that, Beefy?
Yeah, so this is her partner, her ex-partner did this to her. I think she said her name was Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth. So it's a she. Perfect. Yeah. What is this? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's hurry up with these comments so I can get to the juicy stuff, like your stories. Oh man. Okay. Okay, so there's one person I want to acknowledge. Look. Oh my God. You know
Danny
who
DeVito should play him in a movie.
David DeVito, it would actually work.
Yeah.
It would actually
work.
Short
little goblin.
Yeah. Oh my God, it would actually work. David DeVito.
Somebody's commenting on Officer No Face.
Yes,
What do you call him again? Daddy Bailiff?
Daddy Bailiff. The bailiff. Look, someone said the bailiff in the course sitting behind you is so perfect.
Yeah.
After Daddy Bailiff picture. Daddy Bailiff is the poop.
Yeah, Daddy Bailiff.
I'll be looking to Holly Rollo. Where is she? I'm gonna go to this one comment and then I'm gonna move into. Okay, there it is. Beefy, read it.
This Gigi in Iowa thinks you're adorable. I just love you.
No, sorry, this one.
Okay, you had my like up until you started with the racist crap.
Finish reading it.
Goodbye. I don't understand what racist crap.
Who wrote it?
Olini.
Go ahead, read it.
Olini 99449. Am I supposed to know her?
You know her.
Oh, it's this.
Guys, do you know who that is? Look, I'm not talking, but let me address this comment. Every time I always giggle like this, I laugh so hard because they're always doing the most. Listen to me. So you know what she's referring to, the racist stuff? I don't know if you watched the video to the end, but Beefy, I was talking about how, like, there's rumors that YouTube may have like a preference, and I said, oh, okay, well, I have experience dealing with people with preferences, and that's all I said, and guys, I fight the only way I know how. I'm not violent. I am certainly not putting my hands on you.
So wait, let me ask you this: do you think this person, Olini, what do you think? Do you think she's a minority?
I have no idea. But there's a history.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Sure, because because I read all the comments, right? And there's a history that they always get offended with everything I say, and like I could never please them. And she doesn't refer herself. I don't know if it's a she or he. That's why I say them, not because they consider themselves as them. Just want to be very clear here. I just don't know if it's a she or if it's a he.
Yeah.
Right. So, but every time she comments, first of all, I giggle and I laugh because I'm like, that has nothing to do with what I said. But okay, okay. But it's like I always, in a weird way, I look forward to her comment in a weird freaking way because I'm like, oh, what is she gonna say?
What's she gonna say?
Oh, he's gonna say like in a weird way. I'm like, oh my god, can't wait.
It's the same reason we watched Darrell Brooks, right?
Oh,
it's like a weird fascination.
Right.
It was the bus crash. Ooh, $10 for a new deck of cards. Are you like a poker player?
No, I don't have a poker face. Are you serious?
Yeah, right.
I'd be like, look,
yeah.
I'd be like this. Oh my god, here's my cards. What? Anyway,
That's funny. You were saying you were tired before coming on here. Now look at all the energy you have.
This is what people think it's coffee. It's not coffee. It's just
high on life.
I get very excited. I'm easily excitable. Yeah, but anyway, to go back to this comment, no, every time. And so no, I made a comment about that, and I was just like, this is not, and then I'll say this, and then I want to move to you guys. I want to move to you guys because I want to move to you guys. But when I talk, when I make my videos, I pick my words carefully of course I don't want to be sanctioned by the big brother, but I don't want to offend anyone because that's not what I'm about, right? And so in the editing process, I get to see what I'm saying, and I get to cut the stuff that I'm like, that's a little insensitive, Alistair. No, cut that out. I do that. So so when she stuff like, I'm like, oh my God, that's not what I meant. Anyway, enough about me. Okay, let's talk about you guys, because
no, I think there is a certain amount of truth to what you're saying, because you're not the only person out there saying that racist, that YouTube, not racist, but they do have a preference. And they give preferential treatment to certain creators. I'm sorry, but like there's a lot of, we're not the only people saying this.
Okay, perfect. I had no idea because I'm oblivious to everything. This is all new to me. Yeah. I'm like walking around like la 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 la. Like if the whole world is burning, I'm sitting there skipping. Yeah,
there's a rabbit hole you could go on down on that. You're not the only Black creator that might be getting their, YouTube is thumbing their nose at, so to speak, and it sucks.
I had no idea. I was just wondering why I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble. If you don't know, I'm always in trouble with YouTube.
You know what the sick part is? Like the real sick part of this is like probably 90% of everything YouTube does is controlled by bots.
Yeah, so, it's probably bots, so they don't even know.
Yeah, but honestly, it's like how those bots got those information and how they got programmed was under human control. And that's probably honestly what's going on here. Is like, yes, there aren't people who are racist looking for every Black creator they can find to put them down. But at some point or another, that bot learned and is making decisions based on what it's learned.
You teaching me stuff now.
Which is the sick part. Like it's almost worse. Like
I
prefer there was like a bastard somewhere. Oh, sorry, my mouth. I prefer there was like a racist. Yeah, I know, yeah. I can say whatever I want on my channel. I'll just say that. I mean, you see, when I come on here, I'm like a sailor, and I never get in trouble.
Because I want you to be you. Anyway, look at what Holly Joe said. Tell him to bite the big one and move on. What do you mean, big one? You mean like a big carrot?
Yeah.
Okay, enough about that.
I noticed you pick one of the most phallic foods there are.
So I want to go into the comments of Verna, Jojo, and Detective Wobbuffet. Okay. Now, because I'm a lazy person.
Let's talk about the 20 years and you only served 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay.
What is going on there?
First, let's see. Verna, are you still here?
I gotta minimize. I want to see the comments.
Verna.
The bots shall inherit the earth.
Yeah. License plate is very funny. Yeah.
David Edwards.
Jojo, are you here?
The judge with the great hair.
Judge with the great.
Yeah, like you're saying, man, these comments, they're fire.
Judge Darrell's hair is the bee's knees. Okay, Jojo may not be here. Wobbuffet, are you still here? Okay, so I'm going to go with Wobbuffet because the recent one, they gave me permission to use their comment. So Wobbuffet said that that she was in a relationship with a narcissist that unfortunately left her penniless. And look at that. And this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough. She's Polish too, apparently.
Now, Detective Wobbuffet, while you type and tell us your story, Beefy and all of you, let's talk. Because first of all, has anyone have a similar experience to Detective Wobbuffet, and that's extreme. That's extreme.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try to compare what I've gone through to that. That's a whole new level of abuse.
Yeah. Talk about the mental, right? Because the physical, okay, fine, but like you will forever remember the situation that got you there.
I was about to say, yeah, this person has forever changed her. It's so awful. I don't even like.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it. And my heart is with you so much. It's so awful.
Yep, detective. And I hope they're in jail. Are they in jail? Please don't tell me they escaped into like Mars or something. I only say Mars because sometimes some people do the heinous stuff and never get in trouble.
Yeah, Elon Musk brought shot him out to Mars.
So funny. He's so funny. Oh, Elon Musk. What? I didn't say anything, Beefy. Leave me alone. What do you think?
The new king of Twitter, Mr. Musk.
I didn't say anything. Okay.
Hey, you're being good. You're on your best behavior.
Yeah.
Have to be.
Okay. So
Detective Wobbuffet is typing.
No, she's typing. She's typing. I want you to type. If you want to share, I want you to type. Biffy, let me know when.
Yeah, if you don't want to, please say that because we don't want to be putting your trauma for all to see.
Yeah.
If you don't want to.
Yeah. Of course, if you don't want to. Yeah, if you don't want to.
He is in jail. Okay, good. Thank God. On a murder trial, a cold case. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Got him on a cold case. So you're lucky to be alive, it sounds like.
Oh my God. You know, it's like, you know, Jojo and all you guys, I'm sure we've gone through something. It's like, but being on the other side of it, like surviving it, it makes me so afraid to, this is what I mean by sense of safety. Like, I'm so afraid to ever go back in a situation where I would I will find myself again in that trap. So Detective Wobbuffet, like, you understand by sense of safety what I meant, right? Like, it's like baffling. Oh boy. Verna, I wish you were here. Verna.
Genetic genealogy got him. Oh shit. So it's like the Golden State Killer thing. Like they found somebody in his family and tracked it back down to him on a cold case. Thank God. Is that the only reason you guys broke up? Is because he went to jail? Because, like, man, talk about luck and happenstance.
Wait a minute. So they didn't get him because of what he did to you?
No, that's what she's saying. Genetic genealogy busted him on a cold case. So he murdered somebody probably long before he even met this girl. That's why I say she's lucky to be alive, because this guy was clearly a murderer and was on his way. I mean, her being in a wheelchair is very, very conducive of what they talk about, escalating violence.
Yeah, escalating violence.
I'm curious how long you guys were together, because it's probably very likely that, yeah, you know, we talk about someone being a survivor. This is definitely it.
Yeah. Oh man. Jojo is here. Oh man. Oh man.
Gosh, can you imagine every day, like you go to use the bathroom and now you're reminded of this awful person? This is 2 years after I left him. Oh, okay, so you broke up and then he got arrested. Well, thank God for that. Are you with somebody now that takes care of you? I really hope so. I hope you were able to move on and break the cycle. But what I was trying to say, imagine the simplest things are now so difficult for her, and every time she's faced with even just going to the bathroom, she is reminded of this awful person who has changed her life forever.
Yeah.
It's so terrible. Why is there so much crap out there, Alistair? Why can't people just be good?
Yeah, that's what a license plate said. She said, look, I often think I'm obsessed with true crime to figure out why the bad people in my life did what they did. Jojo, I'll get to you. Don't go anywhere, Jojo. You're next in my head. because so Katie did too. What she's saying here, it's so true. And the reason why I'm obsessed with true crime is for the same reason. Do you know what else I'm obsessed about too? Everybody else, World War II. Why World War II? Because in my mind, and I watch every single World War II documentaries, because in my mind, I cannot fathom how they allowed him with a mustache to do what he did. And so
Detective, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Detective Wabasa is saying she lives alone and struggles to get help. Do you have anybody in your life?
Hi, Christine. Thank you. I'm listening, Beefy. Go.
I'm like genuinely worried for her. You live alone at 46 and you're in a wheelchair. Do you have friends or anybody that can help? I can't imagine trying to deal with life.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my heart is breaking over here.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Are you in Europe? Where do you live?
Says she's Polish.
In Poland.
Isn't the healthcare system different over there?
Yes. So she would know better than me because you're there. And France is different than Poland, but in France it's just a phone call away.
It's not like here with the insurance. I've heard in a lot of European countries there's like universal healthcare. True crime action.
Wow.
That's good.
I am super glad.
Oh, Australia. Okay, good.
Darrell Brooks is helping us all together here. Look at that. Hi, Darrell. Okay. I want to go to, by the way, Detective Obifa, thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, if you're like really in a bad place and you ever need somebody to talk to, I encourage you to join my Discord and reach out to me, because it sounds like you're over this person. But if you ever need somebody to talk to.
Yeah. And I say that to you guys too. I mean, I don't have a Discord, but if you ever feel like, oh my God, just, I don't know, you have my email, the PACT management email. Yeah, just send me an email. Some people send me emails just to say hi. I reply. It's so funny because I'm like, oh, hi. Yeah, if you need someone to talk to, of course. Jojo, I'm looking for your message. I'm going to be a lazy turd. Can you please write down your little story so I can put it on the board? And then you type what we discuss about it. Oh, what a disaster. Hi, Gourmet Thursday. I love these stripper names. You know that? This is the best thing ever.
The Black Scorpion.
Gourmet Thursday. What? This is great. This is great.
Oh, this is the guy that kidnapped the people out of the retirement home.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's
oh my God, Jojo.
Sorry.
Okay, Jojo, you type and tell us the story. And oh my God, so Jojo said that her brother killed
her mother
women because he hated older women. What? Oh, is it because of your mom? Because your mom is a narcissist, so that's the trauma. He was drunk and high and felt that he was killing a mother. Oh, I can't believe it's right there. Jojo, like, it's right there. I'm the idiot. I should have read this before I commented. Okay, he was drunk and high and felt that he was killing. Oh my God.
That's like Edmund Kemper. They say that he was killing his mom over and over and over again. And then when he finally did kill his mom, he was able to be at peace. Heavy stuff today.
No, it's heavy stuff. But listen, I understand. It's almost like I understand why her brother would have done that. Like, it's the. If you remember, you don't remember that, Beefy, but at the very beginning when I first met you guys, at the first Darrell Brooks video, I said, haha, I wish my dad just dies. And I told you guys I have a bottle of champagne here. Every one of us, we have a bottle of champagne somewhere waiting for the day we get the phone call because we're having a party. And then I giggled and I said, can you imagine if my dad get an untimely death? They're going to think we killed him because we talk about it so much. Yeah, they're going to be like, you killed him. I'm like, no.
Katie did too. She knows the Ed Kemper case. I was going to say it, but I don't want to get him demonetized.
Oh, wait, but it's even more horrific how he killed her. Oh,
yeah, no, you don't want to get into it, man.
No,
Trust me. Believe me, I'm a true crime what do they call it?
Oh,
A
you know
true
what?
crime file or whatever. True crime
I'm
file.
going to Google it. So, because I don't know. Let me see. Her name is.
Yeah, don't do it on stream.
No. It's going to be here on the computer here to the side. So Ed Kemper's mom was horrific, but it's so Ed Kemper's mom. Why are we laughing about this?
Dude, yeah, you were going to be horrified, man.
Oh my God. Why are we laughing about this? Beefy, we're going to hell.
Are you Googling it right now? I can't wait to see your face.
I Googling it right now. Okay, so
you're going to get put onto a list somewhere. Oh
but
man, you're gonna get your live reaction to what he did. This is funny.
Oh my God! Wait, but listen to me. Okay. So is her name Clarnell Stage?
Edmund Kemper's mom? I don't
know. Okay, so I'll click on this. Come on, Google. Why'd you have to make me work so hard? Just give me what I want. Okay, so let's look. Ed Kemper's mom.
This is so funny.
Oh my God!
Googling Ed Kemper's mom. Is that it?
My God! Oh my God!
That is like a gold star time. Yeah, that's look at her. Don't Google it. Yeah, too late. He broke the seal.
What?
Yeah,
what?
he's a sick person.
Wait. Wow.
Don't do independent research, people. Trust me, you're better off not knowing.
Wow, that's a little extreme, darling.
Yeah. You can't unknow it once you know. Yeah, so true. Some things you can't unsee.
Wow. Jojo, I hope you're still typing. Wow. I said if that happens, hope for the judge and the gray hair. Yeah, David. My God, Judge Darrell has some good hair. Somebody said that they thought that Wonder Woman reminded them of Judge Darrell. I was like,
yeah, Gal Gadot. That's a good one.
All that hair and stuff. Anyway, Mrs. Cat says my first memory. I'm gonna do that. My first memory, I was 3. My mom was in a manic rage, BPD, and I had been made to sit on the wall as punishment, and I was crying because my legs hurt. My mom then threw a screwdriver at me.
Screwdriver, huh?
Listen, this is why I love you all. You know why? Because we are tough bitches. I can say bitches, right, YouTube? I can. I think I can. I think that's allowed. We are tough.
All of us.
Yeah, even you, Beefy. You're a tough bitch.
Right. Yeah. tough squirrel.
They're a tough squirrel. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. And we still made it. We can wiggle to that. Yeah.
Hey, don't let me forget before we end tonight. There's something I wanted to talk to you about on stream.
On stream. Okay, got it.
I want to get your opinion about something. Yeah, but
okay.
Let's we had one more story, didn't we? Oh no, we haven't heard from JoJo yet about the kidnapping.
JoJo, type away. I'm gonna go up to Verna, but I don't think Verna is here to tell us the story anymore. But Verna said, yeah, that her brother served 3 of the 20 years for murdering the mom.
Yeah, how? Like, how is that even possible?
That's wild. That's wild.
3 years on murder?
3 years out of 20 for murdering the mother.
Wow. I mean, they do say that you only serve half of whatever your actual sentence is if you're capable of good behavior and all that. But it's not even a quarter. Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah. I wonder what he did next. Like, did he go to the store and, took a shower and went to the club? Like, I always wonder, like, what happens after you're a hard criminal like this? Do you just go home and be like, hi, Mom?
Katie brings up a good point. Yeah. Did he get out after 3 years, or was it like was the decision reversed because of poor police work? Here's JoJo. My brother killed those women because he hated our narcissistic mom.
Got it.
He was drunk on drugs.
This is why he told me on his deathbed.
Yeah, he's
David
got
said
the.
Darrell Brooks needs a Dahmer clause. I think he has one, David. Yeah.
What's the Dahmer clause?
Pretty much like no money. No, no, he gets unlived in prison.
He gets what?
Unlived.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
You would think the bots would catch on that, right? Unlived.
Yeah, unlived, yeah.
Bots are stupid. Yeah. And yeah, like look at Brooks. He was let out on the nephew and the ex. That's very true.
Yeah.
And in one of the comments I mentioned, I said that Erica Patterson, that this is the time for her to go and shop around a story if she really wanted to make something, out of this tragedy to secure herself. What did you guys think about that? Oh wait, Biffy, you don't know about that. So I said at the end of the video that I posted, I said that I was like, pretty much at some point the pool of Darrell Brooks is going to fizzle away, and I was like, people would pay a lot of money to give to Darrell Brooks for him to say his story, but Eric Patterson could get the jump and, I don't know, secure some interview.
Yeah, get that bag, honey,
and get some bag. So you're in agreement with that? I take it, Beefy.
Yeah, if anybody's gonna get that money, Erica should get it. I mean,
yeah, no, yeah, same. And then okay, so really quickly here for all of you guys, if there was a Darrell Brooks documentary, Beefy, would you go watch it?
Yeah, I mean, we basically have. I mean, they're all over YouTube.
Exactly. I said Darrell Brooks is an eyeball magnet. We're all gonna watch.
And we're making Darrell Brooks content. Like, what kind of hypocrites would we be if we're
what kind of hypocrites would we be?
Another content creator for making Darrell Brooks content?
Yeah,
gonna come down and say, "Oh, don't watch that," but watch my new Darrell Brooks video. By the way, I just posted.
Beefy, you're such a squirrel. And yeah, the Attorney Covey was weird.
Yeah, some of his points I didn't really wasn't really connected for me. I mean, he's doing the best job he can, right? Like, there's only so much you can argue for, but some of the things he said in there, I was just kind of like, I don't know, bro. Like, he tries to point out to say that, like, the chance of Darrell Brooks making money on a documentary is minuscule. Like, come on, man. Yeah. Somebody's eventually going to make the movie or make the documentary, or somebody's going to write the book. It's like almost guaranteed. The chances are not fucking minuscule. Oh, sorry, I keep swearing. So sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
But he did a good job arguing for him in the sense that, like, he brought up the law of how a judge is going to make her decision about
he did
paying out the money, and like the 5 factors and how him being indigent should be taken under consideration. Like, we might hate the guy, but the judge does need to take that into consideration, the fact that he's indigent, when, deciding to throw on an extra $300,000 on his $500,000 total.
Yeah. The audacity that he was like, that's too much money. Why are you doing this?
I did like that Judge Darrow, it seemed like she had kind of come around a little bit and was being a lot more firm. Like, she wasn't even like giving Brooks the opportunity to talk. Like, she basically just said, "You're muted. If you need to say something, we'll come to you."
Oh yeah,
Don't contribute.
Oh my god.
Like, she
walked in here and flicked that hair into a whip.
Yeah.
She was like, shut up.
She definitely had a lot more strength behind her. I feel like she felt a lot more empowered than in the trial.
Yep, she didn't feel like, and she was like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been convicted at this point. Like, what's, why do I need to listen to you?
She got so much heat for giving us so much leeway. And I think
that was what I was trying to say, is like, I think she's kind of learned a little bit from the trial. Like, there was a lot of criticism thrown her way to now it's like, I have such little patience for you. Like, I gave you all the room in the world and people crucified me for it.
Yeah.
David Edwards, the hair. Yeah, I like that. Flicking her beautiful golden or black locks.
I am Judge Darrow. Wait. In comes the Judge Darrell.
Yeah.
Right?
I whip my hair back and forth. Oh no, I can't sing it. I can't sing it. We're gonna get demonetized.
I need a wig. Is there a wig in here? I need a wig so I can whip that freaking hair. I say that because there was a wig in here. For Halloween. Yeah, there was a wig in here. I wore a wig for Halloween.
Oh, did you go as Judge Darrell?
No. Like it was 1,000 years ago. It was pre-baby, and I make a very ugly woman. But I did wear a wig. Yeah, it was a blonde wig, and I was flipping it everywhere. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is so itchy, not comfortable, and it's hot." I was like, "Oh crap!" It was fun. It was a fun night. Pre-baby, we were drinking, we were drunk, we were all here. You know, I used to have theme parties, yeah, and we were all like, the theme was a drag show. Please don't throw tomatoes, okay? The theme was a drag show, so I don't have any single friends, so everybody came with a spouse, and even the husbands played. We were good time.
Nice.
Drink all that drink, and we and we spent all night. It was nice and warm on the grass. Over there, just lay on the floor like that, being stupid.
Did Olivia put on like a little suit and tie, like you and?
No, that's pre-baby. That was
gotcha.
way pre-baby. Yeah. It was like no worries in the world. It was so great.
Katie says DV looks like Lex Luthor. People in my watch stream earlier were saying it looks like Nosferatu. Do you know who Nosferatu is?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, should I Google that?
Hang on. I think I have. Can I share pictures?
Look at what license plate said. Look at that. When Darrow needs a lasso of truth, a la Wonder Woman. That's so funny. By the way, Jojo said that her brother strangled his victim. Yeah, I forgot to point that out. Woo! Jojo, how was the conversation with your brother? How did it go? Did it go like this? Hello, brother. How you doing? Have a seat. Did you have coffee today? How did it go?
Oh, hey, I got it up. I'm gonna share my. Can I share my screen? Hang on.
Yeah, you can. Jojo, I'm curious. How did that conversation go? Please.
Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I got. I think you got to click on it. There it is. Yeah. Nosferatu with the long ears and the fucking gangly teeth. Look at the long nails too. See the hand when he's shuffling his papers around.
The long crooked nails. Yeah.
Oh, that's so him.
Oh wow. Wow. No, I've read that. No, what I meant to say is that because you said he told you on his deathbed, but what I was curious is, like, how did the conversation come about? Did you say, "Hello, brother, are you doing okay today?" "Yes, I'm doing good, Jojo. By the way, I killed those women." Is that how it went? And
she said it was on his deathbed.
Yeah, she said he confessed on his deathbed. And he had a problem with older women because they're reminding him of his dad, of their mother. Sorry. Yeah. And then David. Oh, okay, Beefy. It's so needy.
Oh, I thought you were clicking.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Gosh, like the squirrel feels like you're screaming at me, Beefy, with your squirrel.
Yep.
Okay, let me just see. I think I covered everything except Verna. Verna, where'd you go? Verna.
Oh, don't forget, we got my thing to talk about too.
Yeah, no, I didn't forget. I wrote it down.
Oh, nice.
I wrote it down. It's right here. That's the last.
You're so smart. See, you're so organized all the time, man.
I look disorganized. I know that I look disorganized because that's something the teacher. I've always been told that. Like, I look like I'm a mess. No, I'm really organized.
You're great at it, man. I gotta like start modeling my life after you.
Please don't. Please don't, because this is the result of a lot of pain. No.
We're talking about. I know this was pre-stream whenever we were talking about the finances, and like that's like solid advice. Like putting a little bit away every paycheck or whatever, or every year.
Yeah, I gave Beefy a little financial tip off screen. It wasn't really that big, and I learned that from my mom.
Yeah, just basically put some of your check away every year, and then make it a lot at first, and then slowly bring it down, and then by the time you're ready to retire.
Yeah, Yeah. And you put it in. I said put in the Vanguard account. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah, very here and there, but yeah. Anyway, so what do you want to talk about?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other day you were asking me, how are things between you and your girlfriend, and I was kind of like, oh, it's like shit or whatever. So I haven't really gotten to talk about this with anybody, and I want to get an outsider's opinion. It's hard to talk about. So
wait, hold on 1 second. Wait 1 second. Let me just switch gear a little bit. Go.
Okay.
No. I'm not kidding. I need to switch gear. I'm focused.
Yeah. We were in like live stream goofing around. Yeah. No, this is like a serious thing that happened to me, and I need to talk to somebody about it. Funny, we're doing it on live stream.
No. Yeah. I just needed to switch my gear. I'm listening.
So I was like watching a funny video on my phone or whatever, and I'm just like making coffee, and my girlfriend comes in, and I'm just showing it to her, and we're laughing about the video, and she's on the phone, and I can hear like a male voice on the phone, like laughing at the video we're watching, and like she can have friends or whatever. It wasn't like it set off any red flags for me, you know what I mean? She's got male friends. It's something I'm not used to. So I just kind of said like, oh, who are you talking to? And come to find out, she's talking to her ex-boyfriend, and it's not just her ex-boyfriend. It's her ex-boyfriend that like we were on a break at one point, and she like made out with this guy when we were on a break. So she knows that I am not comfortable with her talking about this to this person. Like she knew that going into this, and her position on the whole thing was, well, you can't get angry about it because everyone just understands we just talk. Like it's not even like that. We're not talking like that way. So you getting angry about it is ridiculous. And then we got into this whole conversation about, I was trying to explain to her, like, I wish you could see it from the perspective of, I'm telling you that it hurts me that you're talking to this person. Why does it not upset you to keep talking to this person knowing that it's hurting me? And she would just throw it back in my face of, well, why are you trying to control who I have for friends? I'm telling you I want to be friends with this person. You should just accept that. And I'm trying to tell her, like, no, it hurts me that you're talking to this person. We have a history. There's a reason. It's not like I'm just picking your friends and saying, hey, you can't be friends with this person. I've never said that to her. But there's a very specific reason why it makes me uncomfortable that her and this person are talking for very specific reasons from our past. And I swear she's like gaslighting me. Like she's like telling me that I'm the crazy one for being upset about it. And I just need to let it go. Like we're friends. You're controlling me.
Can I ask, is this the first time? Is that situation, is that the first time that ever happened?
She did something very similar like early on in our relationship where she was like texting her ex-boyfriend that she loved him. And it was the same thing. It was like, I was like, this is not okay. Like we almost broke up over it because I felt so betrayed. Like we're in a relationship and you're telling this guy that you love him. And she did the same thing. She was like, no, you don't understand. All my friends, they understand. Like this is just how they are. Like we've just been together for so long. Like we love each other. It's not like that. And I really feel like she's gaslighting me. Like I don't have a right to be upset about it because, oh, that's just how we are. Like we just tell each other we love each other. But like where I come down is you know that it's upsetting me. Why wouldn't you, from a certain standpoint, respect the fact that it is upsetting me and want to avoid that? Like why do my feelings not matter so much? And in the same regard, I'm expected to honor what your desires and your feelings at every point. It's like my feelings and my thoughts don't matter. Yeah. And how dare I not consider hers?
Yeah. And it happened more than once too, right?
Yeah. This was the I love you thing was like a couple of years ago. Oh, actually, yeah, probably more than that because we've been together for like 8 years. But this guy on the phone thing was like
recently.
Week. Yeah.
And if I may ask, why are you reluctant to walk away? Because well, here's the thing, right? Because you laid up a condition more than once. It wasn't met. What is preventing you from walking away?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
We're in a
Wait. Second question is, are you able to walk away?
That's a good question. I really don't
Okay.
know.
Third question is that what happens if you were ever to walk away?
She would be in a really difficult place. It's like she doesn't have a lot of family, and
Okay.
she had heart surgery recently, and it's just she's not financially dependent right now. So she would, I mean, from what she's described to me, she would basically be homeless if we were. I, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much I want to get into on the on the live stream. You know
No,
what I
I
mean?
totally understand. I totally understand. So I had an idea that there had to be something that holding you back from taking the next step, because it's pretty obvious to me, right? Because and it doesn't mean it's obvious to you as well, but when you are two people, there's going to be differences. There's no way two people are exactly the same and you guys are going everything. But the key here is that if you tell them, I like blue, and every time you pick red, it hurts me, and that person keeps picking red even after you told them multiple times that the red hurts them, that means they're deliberately and knowingly hurting you. That is a huge red flag, my friend, because you guys are not even married. You guys don't even have assets together. That's the easy part, and it's already so difficult, right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if it becomes very difficult? But the real question here is that because it's ultimately your decision, right? You are in full control of your decision when it comes to your life, and so it's important that you understand that every decision you make, or you're going to make, you are the only one who's going to pay the consequences, whether positive or negative. So even the decisions you don't make, you will be the one who will have to face that reality. And so it's important that as you weigh the options, that you're okay with the outcome of that decision, right? So um as a friend, I would tell you, start start planning your escape. And I use the word
Well, I
escape
mean,
a lot.
so let me just throw you my 2 cents on this, because I
Sure.
feel like everybody is so easy when they hear relationship problems to
Of
just
course.
jump to just break up,
Conclusion.
and it's very easy to say that
Hmm.
when you're looking on the outside in. We've
Hmm.
been together for 8 years. I don't
Hmm.
necessarily know that her having a conversation, like you said, I take more qualm with the issue of her understanding that it's hurting me and choosing to do it otherwise. I take more issue with that than I do with the actual action of talking to her ex-boyfriend, like they're talking on the phone. It honestly doesn't even bother me that much. The upsetting part for me, like you said, is the choosing the red when I'm asking you to not do that. Like
Yeah.
the you choosing red is painful, and yet she's still pushing that button. It's like, at, at what point is this not a partnership and you're just in this for yourself? Like, when you go into a relationship, from my perspective,
Hmm.
you want to try to grow in life together and conduct yourself and make choices in life that are good for both of you, not just yourself. And so that's really like where I take issue on this whole thing with, why are we not trying to better both of us at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, why are you choosing something that hurts me instead of trying to make a decision that's good for both of us?
Hmm. Doesn't her action speak a lot?
Yeah, that's what I come down
I'm
to a
asking you a
lot.
question. Doesn't your action?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that tell? What does that tell you? What does her
Yeah,
action
it's
tell you?
it's it's like the relationship really doesn't even matter to her. Unfortunately, it's like literally it comes down to.
Or if it does matter, because maybe it does. Maybe she doesn't express it very well. Um, what you can do is, because sometimes it may not be clear to some people. So what you can do is you can lay out exactly, because if this is the only area where there's a disconnect and the other areas is fine, this is the only one, then you can lay out a ultimatum, like
So you
I
don't think
don't
that
want this to happen, period.
you don't think that ultimatums are kind of toxic? Because that's always been like my mindset, is that ultimatums are toxic. Like, you're giving a person, do this or I'm leaving you. I don't know.
Well,
every time somebody's tried to do it to me, I'm like, if you're going to give me an ultimatum, I'm just going to go in the wrong direction.
well, it depends on how you present it, right? So if I'm saying ultimatum, so for the sake of the English words, you understand what I'm trying to convey, but you don't have to present it like that. You don't have to say like, do this or else. It could be in a very specific, nice delivery format, right? You can go for a nice dinner and you can say, look, baby, look, I understand. But listen, this really means a lot to me. And I really, really do not like it when you message him or any of your exes. It's really important that moving forward, that we do not do that again. Right? So you could lay it like that. And if it happens again, then you could be sure that you express that feeling in a conducive setting, in a peaceful setting, and it was received, but it was not delivered. Therefore, there's no intention of delivery. That's how
I'm gonna fucking. Oh god, I keep swearing. I'm so sorry.
Huh?
I've got a very big codependent thing going on, because even just when you were saying that, it was like I was picturing the answer and the response to that of just like, don't control me. If you're gonna say that, then it is what it is, and me like automatically jumping to, oh well, that's not really something I would just break over her with. But like your point still has merit. Like, let's say beefy drop her like. That's a good point. Yeah, beefy. What advice would you give a friend in the same position?
Would you answer that question? Can you answer that question, please?
Yeah. So just like I said now, I really struggle with giving people relationship advice, because it's like there are so many nuances to somebody's relationship. It's hard to make a rash judgment. And like I said, almost everybody's just going to jump to, oh, screw that bitch, break up with her. Well, you don't know exactly what's going on. Like you're getting only one version of the facts here. And that's true to this, what's going on here too. If she was here, she would tell you a completely different story. Of course. Completely different perspective. Yeah.
Of course. Which is what I said at the end of the day, you that decision is for you to make, but the consequences is for you to absorb as well. So for whatever you choose, whether you choose not to take action or to take action, understand the pros and the cons and the consequences and assume them all.
Yeah, my advice would be basically exactly what you're saying. Like, talk to your girlfriend and explain that this is painful. And if she's not able to understand or respect that,
yeah,
weigh out how important that should be to you, because it should be important that person doesn't care about your feelings.
Yeah. Linda Perry. So funny.
Yeah, you gave him advice and he isn't going to take it. It's so true, because
don't take it too hard. You know, they mean it. They say in good heart.
Oh no, I mean, she's not necessarily wrong. I mean, I'm clearly codependent. You know what I mean? It's so easy to give somebody else advice. You know what I mean? But to act like, you know, we sit here and we talk about narcissistic personality disorder and all these psychoses, but look how difficult it is for me to implement any of these actions in my own life. Like, I talk to the cows come home about, you know, Darrell Brooks being this toxic person and controlling everybody and whatever. But when it comes to the simplest thing of just like, hey, stop disrespecting me to my girlfriend, I'm not able to do it. It's like,
you know, before we went live, I told you, right, every time I press the live button, I always get very nervous. And every time I post, I get very nervous because I'm an introvert, and in my perfect world, I'm home watching TV and eating crab. That's my perfect world. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. And like Katie did too said, change is always hard. And every time the change needs to happen, it's going to be super uncomfortable. And so do not be afraid of change.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, there's a silver lining of fun when it comes to change. You get to meet new people. You get to experience new things. It sucks, but it's also great. You know, it's like brand new. Yeah, it's like refresh off. Look at it this way, because a lot of the times it's about the story you tell yourself, right? So if you tell yourself a particular story and you stick to it, it will become reality. But if you are afraid of that change and you open that door, you're like, you know what? No, I'm beefy. Okay, you see those teeth? I'm gonna chew my way out to betterness.
You see those teeth?
And then you just go ahead and just chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah.
Well, honestly, if I'm being like 1,000% honest, this sparked like a whole conversation that made me kind of think about this. The other reason I'm talking to you about it, because like I've just been kicking this around in my head, and her and I aren't really in a great place right now. Like we're not breaking up, but we're very much like trying to figure out what's going on. Like it's gotten to a point of toxicity where we really weren't even like communicating to each other in like a healthy or human way. You know what I mean? Like we would treat each other worse than like somebody you see on the street, you know? And so we're working to just communicate on a day-to-day basis and like live in the same house still, because it's gotten so like we can have a conversation about what's going to happen with the relationship once we're able to actually talk to each other like civilized, so we can actually make appropriate decisions. You know, it's hard, man. You've been together for 8 years, just living day to day. It's I mean, I don't know how long have you been with Chris?
Oh my God, since 2000 and I always get in trouble. I think 10, 9. No, no.
Wow, so you're over a decade.
And yeah, we've been together for a long time.
So you know long-term relationships. They're you know, it's like a roller coaster. You have periods where it's great and hot and heavy and things are awesome, and then times like this, unfortunately, where things kind of cool down and you grow apart a little bit. And
Jojo is so funny. But yeah, I'm listening.
Bring a
hoe.
You know, if I just if I just cut bait and walked away every time I was upset with her, we wouldn't have gotten to 8 years, you know. So just because I've been upset for the past week, this is just me, you know. I try to live with it for a little bit and consider all the options and talk to her about how I'm feeling and how she's feeling and you know, weigh all the options rather than just, you know, you upset me, I'm breaking up with you, let's move out, you know. And you're probably right. I probably might have to make that decision because it's an unfortunate situation, but you know, I'm still very much in that process.
Yeah,
red flags. Yeah, they are red flags for sure.
Yeah. But me and Chris, at some point, you know, every couple have their own situation, and I think I was the lucky one because Chris, just like his mother, he's unfazed by nothing. But when Chris speaks to you and sits you down, it means it's a big deal. And no, we had a moment. So Chris really loves his friends and he loves his family. Okay. We went on vacation one time and there was just friction between me and his friends, and you know how I am. I'm very accommodating on 1,000 things, but you know, I have a lot of triggers and my sense of safety was a little played with, and I was like, I'm not interested, please leave me alone. And so I reclused myself and it made me feel uncomfortable. And when we came back from the vacation, he was like, don't do that again. And so when I'm just summarizing it, right? He didn't say it like that, right? But we had a conversation and he was like, I didn't like this, I didn't like that bothered me, don't make me choose, stuff like that, right? And so
wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said
I got into a fight on vacation with his friends, with his friend group.
With his friends, okay.
Yeah, into an argument with his friend group because
I just walked away.
Well, I walked away. I was like, well, okay, well, I'm leaving because I don't fight. But you know, like once things get a little heated up to a certain point, I just walk away because then nothing can be done. But the problem is
the adult decision.
Right. The problem is like he's on vacation. He wants to have fun with his friends and with me. And it's like, well, I'll just go home. You do your thing. It's like, no, I want to do it with you. Right. So he wasn't too happy about that because he felt like he had to choose between coming home with me and be, you know, I told you I'm an introvert. All I do all day, I can stay home all day and look at the wall. So it's like, I don't want to do that. But he's like, I want to go with my friend, but I want to stay with you. And so he had to choose, right? And so when we came back from the vacation, he was like, please don't make me do that ever again. I was like, okay, I understand it only was that important, so I will make an effort. You know, but there's plenty of incidents like that where we had to sit down. I call those family meetings. You know, even before we were married, it were family meetings. We sit down and we're like, what's bothering you?
What did Chris end up doing? He stayed with his friends, or did he go with you?
So now he ended up staying with his friends, but because I said, no, you could stay with your friends, I'm just going back home. I'm just going to go home and relax. You know,
were you upset that he didn't go with you?
I wasn't upset at all. But to him, like, because to him, he wanted to enjoy both, right? He didn't want to feel like he wants to be with his friend with me there, right? He felt like the argument could have just not necessary to get to that point, right? And so And to be quite honest, I asked for it in a polite way because I asked too many questions. I was getting too many questions, and it led. And so I was like, okay, I understand the problem. I will not do that again. But we have family meetings. We still have it today, even with Olympia, because even with my daughter, it's very difficult. I mean, you guys are parents, you know exactly how that feels like. And so babies don't save marriages. Babies break up marriages, by the way. If you don't know, I'm telling you right now, if your relationship is not strong, you have a baby, you're going to break up. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And so, no, we still have family meetings. And the first thing we say, is anything bothering you? Is anything I've done lately that you don't like? Can I improve? When
that's
can I
so
improve
smart.
on? Yeah, we have that for a good hour, and like, no, nothing is good. Okay, nothing is good with me too. Oh, okay, cool. All right, but we have an hour to spend, and we make it's an hour. If we have nothing else to do, then we have a one-on-one time. I mean, the baby's there now.
Your chances get so much better for success when both people understand that it's going to take a little bit of work to make this work. Like,
yeah,
part of this is going to take effort from both parties, and we need to actively, every day, constantly actively be working to be happy. You can't just fall into your own devices and get complacent.
Yeah, because it's two of you, and two people who different way of thinking, different trauma, different way of being. So they need to be accommodated. Like, I need to accommodate, and he needs to accommodate. Like, I can't just walk around like it's life revolves around me, because it doesn't. So he's also gets tired. He needs to work. Like, I need to accommodate. And when I'm overwhelmed, I need to voice it too, right? I can't just be silent and be like, hey, I need help. I need a break. I want to go to, like, I need to voice it. And then you both come to a solution. All right, you're tired. I'm tired. What do we do? Nanny, mother-in-law. Okay. It's like you have to voice it, because if you keep it inside and nobody knows, then resentment sets in. So no,
and you end up expressing that anger in ways that you aren't even really angry about. It's like, I'm yelling at you the dishes are dirty, but I'm really yelling about X that happened 2 days earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
good
sorry
for you, man. It sounds like you have a good partner. Good for you.
I'm the lucky one. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. You know why I'm the lucky one? Because I was very lucky that nothing phases him. Nothing phases him, because I am how I am, and I'm very lucky. He just laughs at it.
That's such a that is such a rare quality.
I'm gonna take, like, where are you going with the hand vacuum? Vacuum my trees? It's like, what? Yeah. It's like,
oh, how are your Egyptian trees doing, by the way?
My figs, everything is waking up, so I can't wait. Although one pomegranate didn't wake up this year. One pomegranate I think is dead. It's because the neighbor poured bleach on it, so the soil is not the same. I've lost the whole tree, guys. It's not waking up.
Oh man.
So, please, I'm like on the verge of tears. I called the gardener the other day. I'm like, please help me. I don't understand. Anyway, yeah. So I have quirky things that most people would be like, what the hell is that?
Well, what about the tree though? Sorry to pull you back, but I mean, is somebody do you have somebody you can call?
So I called the gardener to kind of look at it. He's like, look, you just have to wait. If by at the end of spring no leaf comes out, it's dead. All right, so it's like, it's not magic. And look at
this. David Edwards says, "Beefy, we're officially adopting you into the PACT Nation."
Wait, who said that?
David Edwards. Yeah, I'm adopted. I'm so lucky. You guys now have a squirrel living in your family.
Yeah, we have a squirrel in the attic.
Yeah. Messing up the insulation.
Yeah,
Manji Luster orange tree. You must live in Florida.
It's a sad Florida.
Yeah, lots of oranges in Florida.
Yeah, because of that disease right now. It's a sad day when the tree dies. Yeah. Oh, I almost can cry. Like, I remember when I woke up and my pomegranates they poured bleach on it. Look, I was so.
Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't tell you this
story. Pour bleach on your trees?
Yeah, so my neighbors have a sense of opinion that they didn't like. They have a sense of opinion and they want it to be known. And because, I'm an introvert, I like to be home. I know I look outwardly, but in my
I'm the same, man. I work from home with this YouTube thing. I walk my dogs once a day. That's it. That's the extent of me going outside.
The older I'm in, it's like family time, tree time, like family time in my trees. Like, I'm home. And so they had an opinion and they wanted to be. I was like, thanks you for being polite and stuff, but can I be by myself? Thanks. And they didn't like that. and it escalated,
Oh wow.
escalated to the point where it crossed a line where they killed my trees. And thank you, Bijanixka. They killed my trees, but no, I brought them to court, darling. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. I was so furious, and sorry, I was so furious. But I fight the only way I know how. I don't put my hands on people. I don't threaten people
Is this
because love is
message?
real.
Is she talking about my situation? This is harsh, but if you are for her financially,
Oh,
and
no.
emotionally, can't you say enough? Oh, okay. Can't you just say enough? Like I'm walking away. I mean, what is her other choice? And I think she knows your react. I think he was going to say your reaction. This is
That's a
harsh.
good question. Answer that, BP. Answer.
I don't think I understand it. What's the question?
So in a way, she's saying like, okay, if you, because to you, you are everything to her. You are the financial and you are the emotional support for her. So because you have such an esteem, don't you have the leverage to say enough? And then period. And then, I mean, what is her other choice? So she has no other choice, period. And I think she knows you will react.
Yeah. We've gone down that road once before, and it turned into like, oh, I'm not leaving, and and then it was like,
Excuse me?
got really toxic. Yeah.
Did it become legal?
No. Luckily, it never got there. But
If
I
you're
did
not
have
being
to.
held hostage, are you?
No.
No, I just have to ask because if you
I
are,
did have to look up Massachusetts eviction law. Put it that way. But we worked it out.
okay, BV. If you need help, I'm here. I know
Oh,
lawyers.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
And I know people.
We're good. We're good. Honestly, like we're not in the best place, like relationship wise, but we finally gotten to a place where it's like, okay, we're just gonna work on it, and we'll talk about the relationship later. Chomp chomp.
Jojo, you are killing me. I'm dead. What is that, Jojo? What is that?
Oh, like the squirrel. I see.
Oh.
Chomp, chomp.
And look what David said. We are a large, dysfunctional, loving family. And then look at what license plate replied. Look at that. We are so functional.
Yeah. We're funky, man. Funky.
I can't breathe with you guys. And look, Daddy Bailiff.
Daddy Bailiff welcomes you. Oh, thank you, Daddy Bailiff. He is our grand protector.
That's so hilarious.
Daddy Bailiff rules all.
Let me just say this, like, and I don't know you like this, Beefy. So maybe you like a murderer in secret, right? But in case you're not,
I squirreled them to death.
Right, you squirreled them to death. But in case you're not, just know that you're valuable. Okay, you are a catch.
Oh,
boy. I go back and one of my first videos I shared with you guys, and I didn't tell Beefy that, but I went on a date one time when I was in my 20s, and the person I went on a date with had a fetish, like a woofing fetish, and he made me woof the entire day, and I did because it was so funny. I did, and I only stopped and ran away when he got mad that I didn't woof the right way, and I was like, "Oh, honey!"
Look, David Everett says, "Hides the corpses."
But you wouldn't. It was so funny because I was like, woof woof woof. I was having a good old time woofing like an idiot in the middle of a restaurant with fancy people,
that is woofing,
barking, and then he's like, yeah.
It sounds like you were, having fun with it.
No, it was such a good time because I was like so ridiculous. But why not? Woof. Yeah, and then I met up with my friends and we went clubbing and we laughed about it all night because I was like, he made me woof. And then Taya was like, what? I was like, yeah, I was like woofing. And he made me woof loud. And I was like, woof.
You can just imagine your friends giving you a hard time about it.
No, it was so funny. It was so hilarious.
Woof.
So hilarious. And I was like, I had to run away when he got mad. I was like, oh God, he's a killer. And I just ditched. I was like,
like they call men dogs, like all men are dogs.
It was so ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, I brought this up because I was trying to see in my dating life if I had a situation like yours, but no, I don't. No, because
sounds like you're in a much better place mentally.
now I am. Now I am, but
healthier relationships than I do.
No, now I am. But back in the day, I didn't have the mental space to even deal with that mess. I was too worried about not dying. How's that? I was just like, oh, where am I? Oh, great, perfect. Oh, my limbs. All right, let's get out of here. Like that's what it was.
Well, it's actually kind of relevant to what we were talking about earlier, right? They say like the cycle of abuse and how you end up like falling for the same people. Like I pretty much went from the girlfriend who used to beat the crap out of me into this relationship where it's like I'm being, emotionally and financially abused. It's like, you just end up falling into the same cycles. As much as like I didn't even subconsciously understand that was a situation I was getting into. It's like on a DNA level, I just like can't stop myself. That's just who I am attracted to. Very odd. Isn't it funny the way life works that way?
Yeah. Although the kids these days, I don't know how people date. I don't think I'd be able to date these days.
Yeah, it's all on the internet.
It's all on the internet. What? Left? Right? What? Match. I think it's weird. My niece does that. I by the way, I have a nephew. Like I have a nephew also. It's just he's too young. He's up to things. He's too young. He's only 14. He still cares about the kid stuff. My niece is 17, so she is looking at boys a different way. And so I have to make sure I'm like, look, Ashley, don't get pregnant and don't die. That's my only rule, right? So
that's good advice you can give a young kid nowadays.
I'm like
meet in a public place.
Listen, don't die, don't get pregnant, but experience everything. But it was funny because she tells me all these stories about how dating is, and it's like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. Oh, you guys.
Carly Jojo, she does the edibles. Good for you, gummy form.
Yeah, wait, yeah. My husband is a retired cop. He asked me to stop smoking because he was an active cop. I did stop in his presence and never smoked with him aware. Okay, I did smoke, but in gummy form, even better. I took gummies once and it ruined, like, almost killed me.
Did you get too high?
No, yes, and then we acted a complete fool. I think I told you the story. I thought I could stop a car. Chris thought that his words was escaping his head, and we had one designated driver who was running around in circles trying to make sure we don't roam free, and then he got us home. We were a complete disaster. And then one of my my friend got pregnant that night. We were not husband. So they had a good time, but we were all throwing up over there in the back. They were having a good fun. And she's like, I'm pregnant. Oh, really? Oh, look at that. Because I was throwing up yesterday.
This is 40. I don't think I've seen that.
I love that scene, This is 40, where they do edibles. I don't think I've seen that either.
Isn't that Paul Rudd?
So funny, Jojo. You're so funny. Jojo's funny. You are all funny. All of you are funny.
Well, honestly, I really admire you for doing that, for just sitting down with your family every day and saying like, hey, how are you?
Yeah, we do have family meetings. So we have definitely family meeting once a month. That is mandatory. And then every day, you just be like, everything's okay? Yeah, okay. But if something bothers you, you say it. You never keep it in. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I noticed about you that the other day too. We were on the phone and I was so charmed by it, but you just like took a second before I hung up and you were like, hey, how are you? How's your day going? And it was just like,
yeah,
I was so taken aback because it's like I live New England, I think in particular is very like fast paced, where it's like we aren't really stopping and just like, but like I said, I was so charmed. I was like, oh God, what a he's such a kind, thoughtful
I am
man.
a narcissist. Are you falling under my spell?
The snake charmer, yeah.
Are you enchanted? Welcome. No, yeah, I do that. I think
I'm gonna adopt it. I'm gonna start doing that too. It's just,
it costs nothing, right?
It takes 2 seconds.
2 seconds. It was like an extra minute, and it cost nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I actually wanted to know. Yeah. Yeah, I do that.
So kind, Alastair.
I do that. I do that, but I can't be that nice at work though, because lawsuits are real.
Yeah.
I can't be that nice. At work, I have to be stern like a stone. But secretly, some coworkers are so fun. And I'm always like, you're gonna get me in trouble. Get out. I mean, it's so fun because I'm like, and then when there's no one around, I'm like, okay, come in. Let's have a good chat. And then I'm like, okay, get out. Yeah.
So you're in like a management position, right? Like you
Yeah,
have employees you're in charge of.
Yeah, I have to make sure everything is running smoothly. And if something is not running smoothly, I'm in big trouble.
So are you the like rule with an iron fist kind of manager?
No, I have one rule and one rule only, and that will get you fired if you don't follow it. The first rule is that you could do and say whatever you want, but the way you deliver it is the most important thing, because the culture is a very laissez-faire culture. Of course, everybody is qualified, but
laissez-faire, easygoing. It's
easygoing,
easy breezy, right? Yeah.
Easy breezy, right? Of course, everybody's qualified, easy breezy, but that
look at me, I'm learning French.
Yeah, the deliberately like, oh, I'm gonna go and offend you and whatnot. No, because then what happens is that you're hurting the feelings of the person you're attending to. It's toxic. It's toxic, and I have too much experience to know that toxicity spreads, especially in the workforce. So no, because you can still say someone they suck. Like, your work is not so great. It's a little bit like, you could do better.
You know, actually, I'm in management. I'm in management too, and what I've found is when you say nothing, you're leaving it out there in the omniverse for them to create their own opinions. And when they're not getting any feedback, they tend to lean towards like negative. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're not telling them like how they're doing and how the job is going and touching base with them, they're forming their own narratives, and more times often than not, their thought process and the narrative they're crafting is negative. So if you're not like talking and touching base with your employees, they end up thinking like, oh, there's all this tension, like we're not getting along, when really I'm just like, oh, hey, how's it going, man? I've just been busy.
Yeah. And also, there's competitive edge because like they're co-workers, but they rely on the same client to make a living, sort of, kind of, right? So I always say, I know there's competition, but make it friendly. And look, it's not the end of the world if you don't, what I'm saying? There's no need. There's enough for everybody. There's no need to be so brusque, because I think sometimes people act a certain kind of way because they're afraid to miss the opportunity. And I tell them, there's always an opportunity. Don't stress. There's always an opportunity. It will come.
Look at Katie calling me out by my name. Katie. Take that work thinking home, beefy. Oh man, served. I just got roasted.
Forget the shade, darling. She give you a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. She's like, you take the tree home.
Where are the super stickers, by the way? You haven't gotten any donations, people. Can
no pressure. I mean, I don't mind it, but no.
I'm putting some pressure on.
No pressure. So funny. You're so funny. No, the goal. Look, I have a goal for the PACT Nation. We're gonna change lives. If we're gonna change lives, even if it's one person.
You already are. My life has changed.
I'm working behind the scenes. If you look very close enough, there's a few hints, because I am a jokester by heart. There's a few hints here and there. You will not find the hint. It's very out in the open. You will not find the hint, but if you think very hard and look very hard, you might find the hint of who I'm trying to work with behind the scenes to make a I don't know how to do that. How do I? Hi, Christine. Hi, Christine. I don't know, what is gift membership. I have no idea how that is. I don't know how anything works. But
that's like Twitch, when so somebody can buy a certain number of memberships for other people.
How does that work? How do I enable that?
I don't know. I don't even have memberships.
I'll research that. I have no idea. Anyway, so
you have a mystery person you're hoping to work with?
Yes, it's a famous person, and it's a very famous person, and they have a cause that speaks to me. because I'm a feminist. Sorry, non-feminist. I'm a feminist, and just helping one person would make at least my difference or whatever. So I'm working on a few things, and unfortunately, it's a business situation. So
what level of famous are we talking about? Are we talking about like George Clooney or
yeah.
like? Oh, really? That famous?
Yeah, but because they have a foundation that they have something. Yeah, Christine. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Katie. I'm so distracted.
Oh, it's already in there with the super chats and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, it's a famous person. They have a foundation that focuses on helping women and children. And I'm working on
Amber Heard?
No. No. I don't know if it's gonna come to fruition because we're not that big yet.
Yeah, have you reached out to them? You never know.
No, I've reached out to them. Please.
Nice.
We're not that big yet. They don't have enough incentive to put a stamp on stuff. So they gave me a number, so we're gonna work towards that number.
So wait, they actually spoke to you?
Yeah. I can't tell you who it is though. I can't tell you who it is, but there's a number they're looking for. And once they have the number, then they'll be open to do a collaboration, but it'll be for the purpose of helping whoever they're already helping. And they're helping women, primarily women. They're helping women enter to the workforce. They're helping women with their independence. They're helping women with their education. And that translates to helping children. Because a more educated woman is a safer household. If you're please don't be offended if you're not a feminist. I don't fucking know. Cursed.
Oh, you did it too.
I can't believe that. Oh my god. I'm screwed. Yeah, forget it.
Gosh, I wonder who this is. You're in the DMs of like talking to Will Smith or something.
It's someone at that level.
Wow. Good
but
for you.
If you look hard enough, there's a hint there. Yeah, it's not even like I'm not getting any money. I want the PACT Nation sticker. I want us to be like, and PACT Nation, and I want our name to be out there. So us as a community who have contributed to one person's well-being. Wouldn't that be great? We can all go home at bed and all sleep at night and be like, we've helped one woman and one child, at least.
Mic drop.
No, it's important. If I could do that, honestly, that would make my bucket list, because that's what I've always wanted to do. I always want to do, to be a change for women and children.
I'm down to help, whatever I can do.
Yeah. But they gave me criteria, so I'm working on the criteria. They said, who is this? Hi, I'm Alistair. What do you want? So I see what you're working on, and so this is what I believe. What? Click. Okay. Hi, I'm Alistair. Oh, you again? Yeah. So I see what you're working on. I've always followed your work, and I think it's really awesome. And I have this thing called PACT Nation. It's really nothing right now, right? It's so small, and they're like, how many members? Well, we have 5,000 and change. Click. I'm like, okay.
What? They clicked you for having 5K?
No, I'm being dramatic, but they didn't click me. I'm being dramatic. In other words, like, they were like, no, buddy. You're still a small fry. Like, who are you? No.
You're able to get them on the phone, though.
No, I have a knack for that. Please, it's very easy. Go on Google, and then you annoy the hell out of everybody until you get someone.
Oh, wow.
I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you're a good marketer.
I have nothing to lose because it's already a no. Because if I just sit there and do nothing, I get nothing anyway. So I have nothing to lose. So I might as well just call and be annoying until someone listens to me. Hi. Who is this? Hi, it's me. Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
I mean, that's how you and I ended up getting together, right? It was like I just sent you the coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you're ever up for a collab, and the rest was history.
Yeah, I'm a conversationist. I always like to talk. I talk a lot. I ask so many questions, and No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of that. Although I'm an introvert, so I like to be home and do nothing. That's my favorite thing to do. If we ever meet in person and you're like, okay, I'll stare. Let's go to the park. Let's do some twirling. Let's do some dancing. Let's drink some cocktail. Let's do all that stuff, and then we go to the mountain. I'd be like, Beefy, I'm tired. Like Beefy.
Oh, look at David Edwards. He feeds the squirrels in his park.
Pick one thing, and then one thing per day, please. Okay, it's time to go. It's 10.
Yeah, it's getting late.
I had a baby. I had my kid. I was a single father for the week, and honey, when Chris came back, I was like, I love you, Olympia, so much. Please go to daddy because I am on vacation now. So no. Oh my God. I'm like, no, honey, no, I'm not watching this kid for another 24 hours. Nope. Oh my God, it's so hard. It's so funny. Yes, that's true, but you know where that chattiness came about? I am very chatty. I am a homebody. And why I'm so chatty? Because the human beings interest me. I want to know everything that's in your head in a non-criminal way. That's why I'm so chatty. I just don't like to chat and move so much. That's the thing. But I like a good time. So if we can be in a home, like if we party, let's party at my house. Come over, let's have the drinks, let's dance and twirl at my home. I don't want the bar hopping scene. That's over. That hop, over. No, and that's over. I don't do that anymore, right? I party in one spot. Do you know what I mean? November 4th is my birthday. I party in one spot and I party hard, and then I go home. Or the best thing, because I like to host because I don't like to move. Come to me, let's have a good time, and then you go home. Or come to me, let's have a good time, and I go to bed. You can stay. I go to bed. And usually when I go to bed is I close my door and I watch TV until I fall asleep. No, it's that casual. It's so funny. People think it's weird. It's not weird to me because like if I'm not having a good time, there's no point in me staying. I just tell you like, look, I'm tired. I gotta go. You can stay, but I gotta go. I say it like that. And there's no hard feelings. I gotta go.
There's no place like home, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, here's my condition. I never want to leave. Beefy, do you get that? Do you get that you never want to leave?
My house?
No, like this situation.
The live stream? Yeah, saying goodbye is always hard.
Yeah, it's always hard. I always feel like I never want to leave. Therapist said that's not good. She's like, "I'm gonna nip that in the butt." I said, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Control that. Yes, ma'am. Yes."
Yeah, you want to leave what does it leave the heart wanting, or what is it?
No, she's more concerned with my addictive brain. She said I have an addictive brain. She's more concerned with that. She's like, control that. And then my niece was saying, stop saying the whole like, my niece was like, stop that. What are you doing? And I said, what do you mean, Ashley? That's really funny, isn't it? She's like, yeah. No, it's not.
What? I thought it was funny.
And then I was like, okay, Ashley, okay. Oh, my niece is so great. Oh, she's so great. This is the thing with my niece, and she's my niece-in-law. The thing with my niece is like she's a young lady of the moment. In other words, like she's like at the cusp of like all these crazy things going on, but like all this new technology. But she was raised by a single mother, my sister-in-law. And I come from a family of matriarch, and we taught her the business, and of course she's a young girl. She's like some start doubt herself, and I said, look, Ashley, we give you every tools you have. You know everything. You make good judgments, and don't stress so hard. Just don't die and don't get pregnant. And you need to experience life. You need to try to fly and bump yourself along the way. Just don't die and don't get pregnant. Right, Beefy? Because
what'd she say?
No, she's first, her and her best friend, they really love us, me and Chris. They used to come spend vacation here with us, and we were having the best time. And I like to ask questions, and I talk a lot, and so we will have these really complicated conversations about a bunch of stuff. And no, she agrees. And we have had a conversation, which I'm not going to share too much. We had a conversation about abortion. Okay, wait, don't panic, please, don't run away, please. Listen to me. Right, listen. No, because I said don't get pregnant and don't die. And then she's like, well, what if I get pregnant? I said, well, what if you get pregnant? And then I'm gonna leave it as that, right? But we had conversation like that. Because listen, guys, the statistics are the statistics, and it'd be foolish to tell her this will never happen to you, dear. No, it's not real. We need to prepare our case to be realistic with what the world is out there.
So I true.
I said, listen, my dear, and I sat her down. And I said, look at these numbers. Don't fool yourself, right? You have all the tools, and you know exactly how to work, but sometimes things are out of your control, and it's not your fault. Do you understand? Just focus on staying alive and coming home. And then we're going to pummel them together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so funny. Yeah. Guys, I love you so much for watching. I'm exhausted. When I started this live, I was telling Beefy, I'm like, Beefy, I'm so tired. But Beefy, clearly you can see, right? Look at that. I'm all alive.
Yeah, you got so much energy.
Someone was saying, is that the coffee? No, this is water in here. No, it's not that. I have a condition. And I get easily riled up. Yeah, I'm all spectrum.
These live streams are fun too.
They are. Thank you. It's fun because in the analytics, which I don't really check, but sometimes my eyeballs cannot miss it. Now some people don't like it, which it's okay. It's okay. I'm not for everybody, by the way. Please, I can't please everyone. You know how exhausting that is? I think, wait, Jojo, where are you? Even the hoe can't please everybody. Right? That's a joke Jojo would say. Yeah, even a hoe can't please everyone. No, a hoe's tired too. Oh, thank you, Bojan Nixa. Where's that from? Bojan, where are you from? Bojan Nixa. Beefy?
Yeah.
Why are you so quiet?
Oh, sorry, I was on. I was on that dang Temu website again. I'm buying stupid Japanese stuff. I got a text that I just instantly went. Do you know what Temu is?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so bad. I got my YouTube paycheck, and I bought my dog's Quidditch jerseys, and what else did I buy? The stupidest stuff.
Oh,
I got my dog a frog sweatshirt.
The people have no idea what we're talking about, Beefy.
It's like wish.com for anybody that doesn't know what it is. But they send me these spin for 10% off, open the chest, you won thing 6 times a day. And so my phone went off, and I can't stop myself. I just end up scrolling through all their stupid effing products.
Yay, we're all addicted to the algorithm. Isn't it great? Netherlands.
But yeah. Oh, super. Hang on.
Yes. Bojan is from the Netherlands. Netherlands. Hey. Netherlands.
Oh, I'm missing the Minnesota Vikings game.
Yeah, Jojo is like, I'm out.
Oh yeah.
Jojo, you're so amazing. Netherlands. Okay, look. I'm very tired. But last one. Bojan, because you're from the Netherlands, can we be a little bit disrespectful in a polite way? Can we be politely disrespectful? Okay. Is it true?
Oh, Katie, objection grounds. David Edwards. He did it right after. Grounds. That was a good one.
Coffee grounds. I can't breathe. But is it true?
Yeah. Wait. Before we go,
yeah.
Can I plug my merch?
Yeah.
Okay, I had a new drop. Hang on, let me get there. I'll share my screen. It's funny you say that.
So, Bojan, is it true that in Netherlands, most people are tall and blonde? Is that an actual thing, or is that all fiction? Like when you go outside, you just see blonde people. I know that's an ignorant comment. Please don't be mad at me. I really am asking a question. It's legit. I'm curious. Please don't be mad if you're offended. I'm really curious.
So I've got my thing up whenever you're ready.
Wait, what is that?
So it's my creator shop.
Career shop.
My creator shop. You know, like merch.
Oh.
So yeah, I got this. I was gonna show you. Where is it? How do I? Okay, yeah, here we go. So I got the mug. See, I got. How do I bring it up? Out 1 second. Forgive me, I'm not very technologically savvy.
You're more so than me.
Let's see, stars. No, that's not it. How do I make it bigger? Here we go. See the mouse with the objection, and then over here, the grounds, the coffee grounds.
That is so awesome.
And then I got, what did I do? Oh yeah, I got the I like beef sticker. This is the coffee mug, the objection grounds. Oh yeah, I got the, these are my angry socks with the little angry squirrel. This is all for sale on my store, guys. What's that, Alistair? You're gonna put a link to my store in the description.
I would do that, Goofy.
So this is the drinking the Haterade water bottle with the angry squirrel that says, "Let's keep up this bad work," right there. Yeah, the Haterade.
That's actually pretty clever.
All us haters were drinking the Haterade. Yeah, did I tell you the whole drama with my merch store? How I released a T-shirt when I first came out with it, and it had a picture of Darrell Brooks, and it just said "Hell yeah," like the when he goes, "Does it make me mad?" Hell yeah, hell yeah, and people got really upset with me, and I didn't understand it. Yeah, because I put Darrell Brooks' face on a T-shirt, and I didn't understand it until somebody told me from the perspective. Imagine you're one of the victims and you're walking down the street, and they see Darrell Brooks' face on a T-shirt, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I have made the wrong decision."
Yeah.
So only a couple of them sold, and I ended up donating the proceeds to the Jackson Sparks Foundation.
Oh right, we still have to talk about that. Is that progressing or no? Should we talk about that in private as a surprise? Everybody, close your ears. You didn't hear what I just said.
We can talk about it here. I'm down to do it. I've been kind of sending feelers out to people to see if they're interested, and nobody's really.
Let's do it.
But we can do it, me and you.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's put some brain cells together and come up with something. I think it would be great to give back. Even if it's just a I don't know. We have to put our brain cells together, but I'm not leaving the house though. Just to be clear.
Yeah, no, a live stream thing for sure.
Yes, I'm not taking the airplane nowhere. Please. Yeah. So if it's not within the boundaries of this office here, it's not going to work. But we have to put brain cells together. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, let's do an operating flow meeting on that soon.
Yeah, and it'll be a good way to contribute to Waukesha in our own way.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we've benefited so much from that case. It's like quite literally the least we can do.
I've met you all. That is my gift. Do you know that? No, I mean, look, I joke about this all the time, and my PACT Nation to come up in my conversation in my household all the time. For example, when we were coming back from vacation and we were running late, and Chris was like, "So, what about PACT Nation?" I was like, "I know, hurry up, get home." in the weirdest way, but no, yeah, you guys come. That's the best gift ever because it's it's like meeting people. Look at that. License plate, Jojo, David. Look at that. All of you guys, and I have visual memory, so you guys are imprinted in here. And I saw Tammy today. Seeing Tammy made me so happy. I'm not going to show you why, because I haven't seen her in a while. I know Tammy. Tammy. I was like, Tammy, where are you? Where are you? Sometimes it goes through my head. I'm like, did something happen to them? I hope
Is she a viewer?
Yeah, she's a viewer. I just haven't seen her in so long, and I was like, I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. Like even you, Johnny C. Wilson. I remember you and your logo. Visual imprinted. Harper's One Nighter. I know who you are. Yeah, Detective Wobbuffet. I always cackle every time I saw your name and your logo. Chambers is here. Hi, Casey. Oh, I know. Yep. Look at that. You think I don't know you guys? I know you guys. And every time I see, the more I see some of you guys, like the more I see, that's why I say comment, so I can associate your name with your logo, so I can imprint you in here. Yeah, and so like you're forever in here. Like Kathy Jones, I know exactly who you are. Yeah, that is the.
I love Kathy Jones.
Yeah, Linda Perrine, I know who you are. Yeah.
Of course, good old Linda.
Yeah. No, that's the gift and the curse in my condition. The gift is like I remember stuff, and the curse is I talk too much. That's the curse, because I'm always like, whoa.
They call that the gift of gab, my friend. It's not a bad thing at all.
Wow, it's so awesome. You have no idea. People told me to shut up. Like, you talk too much, be quiet. You talk too much, be quiet. Oh my God, you're so obnoxious.
You just tell him to shut up right back.
Yeah, but when you're like a teenager full with doubt, this stuff really hurts.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, like even
I'm the same way. I don't do well with confrontation.
Yeah, yeah. We all a whole big bag of trauma. Yay! Isn't that great?
Let's share it together, all of our trauma.
I love you all for watching. I know people are signing off because it's winding down. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Okay, and
thank you for having me, Alistair.
No, of course. I have a good time with you. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Fun. I hope you have a good time too.
I do. I love doing these.
It has to go both ways, because if it doesn't go both ways, this is pointless, right?
Oh, I was so excited for this. I was like, all day, I was like, oh, I get to be on PACT Nation again.
Oh, thank you, David. Thank you, Buffy. I mean, Buffy, Beefy.
Buffy.
Look at that.
It's like you were calling Newsom. Always.
Yeah, I was calling Newsom Governor Newsom. No, it's because I go very fast in my head, and yeah, I called you David. I'm having an affair with Deb. I'm not. I'm being stupid. All right, so no. Oh my God, are you Sam? What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
No, that came out. No.
Chris is in the other room. What did you say? No,
please, I've said some stupid poop so many times.
It's late. You're tired. You got dad brain.
Yeah, it's dad brain. It's all mush. It's always a good time. Anyway, Biffy, let's talk more about what we discussed behind closed doors.
Sure.
And let's come to many solutions. And if you wonder what I'm talking about, I have a lot of little projects in the background. You think I sleep? No, I do sleep. No, I have a lot of stuff going on for us.
Yeah, you're out there talking to Will Smith and stuff. I had no idea you were such a you're out there in the world getting it. Good for you.
I'm just very annoying. That's it. That's it. So they have no idea who I am. They're like, who is this? Why do we keep getting a phone call from these people? Yeah.
Why will he not leave me alone?
Why will he not leave me alone? I'm just very annoying because I have nothing to do. So I'm just being annoying and calling, and they're picking up and be like, what? Yeah. No, it's gonna work out. But the behind the stuff, I'm tired. Beefy.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye. PACT Nation. And Ashley, she watches this to the end with her friend. Sober, I hope.
Oh, it's Friday night. Let her have some
she's 17 years old. No.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're not condoning that.
No, you're going to do like we all did. We're going to sneak and do it like we all did, Ashley. Yep. So I'm not condoning that, Ashley. But it's wink. Goodbye. I'm not doing that weird thing. Goodbye, all. I love you for watching. Beefy, we'll talk some more. I'll squeeze you into my schedule sometime next week just to have a real conversation, serious conversation. So save an hour for me. Okay?
Will do.
All right. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.